All right. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the reaction. Today we're going to be taking a look at the State of Play live reaction. I'm sorry I don't have the actual times up and all that, but it's happening within the hour, so we can just say whenever somebody asks, we won't bug people about time zones today and all that. So so we won't get into all that today. So if somebody asks, we'll just say, hey, it's at this time, or whatever. It's going to be within this many minutes. So sorry about that, because I was just kind of rushing just to get this stream up and all of that. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's coming out today. Appreciate all you guys. I'm going to go over shout outs, and then we're going to talk about predictions for the show. So it should be exciting. There should be some pretty good stuff shown here. Some of the PlayStation employees were hyping up the show on Twitter. So yeah, like I think it actually should be pretty good. So all right, let's get into this. So my man Dior is here. What's up, Dior? Welcome to the stream. General Zamora is here. What is good, Dior? General Zamora. Shout outs. Rena Habag. What's up, Rena? How you doing today, young lady? Kevin is here. What's up, Kevin? Clabby94. What up? The man, the myth, the legend, Clabby. Rena. What's up? What's up? Charles. Stone Cold Cyber Taurus. What's up, man? At the top of the hour is all they need to know. Exact. At the top of the hour is all they need to know. Top of the hour. Top of the morning to you. Glenmore Legister. What's up, Glenmore Legister? Shout outs. Dalton Johnson. What's up, Dalton Johnson? Watch Anamula Nook be there. Isn't that like that like life simulator game that has like really good graphics from Tencent? I think I just showed that up at the Tokyo Game Show. Nin12 says, we PlayStation boys. Yes, we out here. What up, OJ? This young CA. Oh, okay, what's up, young CA? Welcome. Cyber Taurus with the JoJo.
Stone Cold is here. And ready for the State of Play. No bingo card today, though. Tears of joy.
Hell nah, no big. You do a bingo card. You do a bingo card for PlayStation. You're never gonna get bingo. There's no such thing as a bingo card for PlayStation. You're never gonna get bingo. You trust me. You'll be on bingo, bro. I've been on bingo, no bingo for 20 years with PlayStation. They ain't done a damn thing that I thought they were gonna do. You'll never get a bingo with them. Yo, and big love to, oh my goodness, Clabby with the red Sharingan. Yo, Clabby with the 99 coming through. Long time Elite Ninja, Clabby. He's one of those grandfathered Elite Ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Clabby. Oh, round table in the house. You guys give some big love to Clabby. Clabby, I know what you want. First of all, big love to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the big $10 dono. I appreciate that. And of course, Clabby coming in with the 99. So we need some DK. Donkey Kong music for my man Clabby, the Donkey Kong King. Hey, shout outs. Yo, what's up, Robert? Yo, the Viking Nation in the house. Hey, what up, Robert? What is good, man? Good to see you, or good to see your profile picture. Good to see you here. Oh, man, I'm actually streaming early enough to where it's not like crazy late in your neck of the woods, you know? Shout outs, guys. I appreciate you. Shout outs to my man, Robert. For those who don't know, one of the founding fathers of the Elite Ninja Village and the Viking Nation. Shout outs to my man, Robert. Big love, big love, big love. Let's get Clabby on the board here. Clabby, thank you so much. We're gonna still have our combo rewards and effects today, guys. So we pretty much already hit the limit break already. So I'll be going for as long as I can. So shout out to my man Clabby. Let's get you on the board here. Let me get some Donkey Kong music as well. Let me see here. Sticker Brush Symphony, Smash Brothers remix. This is the Clabby theme song right here. I like it. It'd be tough, but anybody does more than 99. Build up my man Clabby on the board. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. 10 JoJos. Oh, right out the back. 11. Big love to Clabby, man. Big love. State of Play might or might not make my day more exciting. Let's go. What's up, Leaf Storm? Yo, early stream again. Yes, because we have the State of Play today. So let's go. Combo breaks. Did DBZ guy ever drop the 50? He never dropped the 50. That he's just a weirdo and a liar. So yeah, if I see him in here next time, I'm not gonna entertain him. I'm just gonna leave him alone. So yeah, he never dropped the 50. He never dropped and give me 50. What's up, George FT? What's up, Egomaniac? What's up? Okay, Young CA, you changed your name to Charles. Okay, what's up, Young CA / Charles? Renna is here. What's up, Renna? Robert, once again. J2 Blue, what's up, J2? Israel, good vibes, want to share a bit. My mother has been reacting well to the chemo drugs in her current battle, so it's good ways to go, but news currently. Y'all stay safe and strong out there. Hey, shout outs to Israel. I'm glad that your mother's doing, reacting good to that. Yo, that's good news for sure. Shout outs, man. See, there you go. Keep expectations low for this state of play. Have zero expectations completely. Like, let me tell you something about state of play. You should never have any expectations. People have said Sony needs to come out after the live service debacle and have a good state of play. They need to show all. No, they don't. No, they don't. Sony has proved that this whole generation, they actually don't have to have any good showcases. Like, they don't have to show anything. I can't recall any massive announcements Sony has had this whole generation outside of the beginning of the generation, where they had Spider-Man, they had Wolverine, they had, you know, all these games that were announced, and then, like, we're still waiting on, like, a lot of those games. Or it's like, okay, they announced Saros, okay, that's great. Or it's just been all third-party games. They've literally announced, like, nothing almost this whole gen. I mean, they've had, they've just been jacking games from other publishers, like Stellar Blade and Lost Soul Aside. You know, that's all they've been doing this whole gen. So I can't sit here and say that, oh yeah, they have to have a big show. No, they don't. They haven't had big shows all generation. Like, you have Mr. Pio that's been literally crying and complaining for a showcase, which is their version of the direct, right? Like, all generation. He hasn't gotten like a single one in like 3 or 4 years. So yeah, I would not, don't bank on anything. Just, if they have a good show, I'll be happy. I'm glad that they have a good show. Cool for them. Like, they're going to show off more of Saros. That game looks pretty good. You know, so I'm not, but you know what? There's probably going to be some pretty big games here though, guys. There's probably going to be some pretty big games. So we'll see. Once again, we'll see. We will see what's going on there. Let's see. What's up, Lucette? Welcome to the stream. What is good? What is good? Why don't they, why are they doing this garbage presentation? Well, how do you know it's garbage before you've even watched it? So how do you know that? State of Peak. I hope it's a State of Peak. I hope it's a State of Peak. I really do. Maybe they'll reveal Leon and Resident Evil 9. They've shown Resident Evil 9 off so many times now at this point. Like, yeah, that'd be great if they did show off Leon, but it's like, I'm very happy. I hope they do show off Leon, but like I said, man, they've shown off that game. I'm ready for Resident Evil 9 to actually be, like, come out now. Now that we've got a Switch 2 confirmation, we got another trailer. I mean, we don't know a ton of information about it, but I mean, I don't need to see the game that many more times, to be honest. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did show off Leon or show off Resident Evil 9 again here, because they've shown it at almost every single major presentation so far. So last year and this year, or was it? Yeah, I think it was first revealed last year, wasn't it? Or was it this year that it was first revealed? I forgot when, but yeah. It says, please no more RE9. I know, seriously. I don't remember any state of plays being really good. I mean, maybe Nick does. He kind of pays attention more to them more than me, probably. But I don't recall any state of plays that were, like, incredible. I do remember there's been some state of plays that were like, okay, that was not bad. But, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't have any expectations. Valuable items. I'm probably going to think the show is fine. You know, I'm not expecting a bunch of stuff. So, shout outs to Cyber Taurus and Rena Habab with the 5 gifted.
My state of mind for the state of play is to be left in a state of shock that it was so good. Guess we'll see.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so. Big love to Cyber Taurus. I think it got messed up when Rena did the 5 gifted. So the JoJo didn't pop up properly. But thank you so much, Rena, with the 5 gifted. And thank you to Cyber Taurus with the $10. Yo, let's go. Shout outs, guys. Thank you for the support. You guys' support helps drive Player Essence to new heights. So I appreciate that, for real. Thank you so much, Rena, We appreciate you with the 5 gifted. We haven't had too many gifts recently, so new ninjas. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that for real. It's very, very nice of you. And shout out to Cyber Taurus once again. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big $10 dono. Appreciate you, fam. Let's go. JoJo's coming in. Rena with the gift. We got to get you up here on the gift ninja. Anybody does 5 or more gifts, they can beat out Rena on the board or tie her up, of course. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Rena. I appreciate you, young lady, for real. Who got the gifts though? Robert. Oh my God. If anybody deserves a gift, it's Robert. John D, Andrew Minas, Andrew B, Michael D. Yo, let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Rena. Thank you guys for watching. Mario Kart update is nice. Already feeling more engaging to collect. Opened the map and saw huge areas. I had collected nothing. Yeah, I'll probably go back to Mario Kart myself. I'll probably go back to Mario Kart too. With the open world stuff. Now that they added some like more stuff to the single player or whatever, like so you can see UFOs more. You can use those to collect like new characters. Like it was a solid update. Wouldn't it be a spoiler for revealing Leon? They revealed Chris Redfield before Resident Evil 8. So Capcom, there's no such thing as spoilers. Andrew Brightwell with the $5 says, thank you to whoever gifted a membership. That was Rena Habag. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate the 5 gifted, my man. Or I appreciate the $5. So you kind of just like paying it forward. So I appreciate that, Andrew. Thank you. And shout outs to Rena once again. It feels like most modern PlayStation gamers don't care for exclusives. So could Sony be thinks they don't need them so much? I don't think that's I mean, Sony knows that third party is what most people are buying, but I think that really the only reason why we don't have as many first party things is because Sony messed up with the live service. They pretty much canceled a big chunk of their first party output was live service, and they had canceled all of them, or they canceled a lot of them. So that's the reason why. It's not that Sony doesn't care about first party. They do, because obviously they make a lot of money. But the problem was that they bet on live service, and then obviously that didn't work out. Jim Ryan left, so therefore it left them with not as many first party games. But like PS6 comes around, you best believe they're going to be back to doing, you know, first party and having at least 2 to 3 big games per year in the PS6 era. At least 2 or 3 of their own games, not just, you know, taking other publishers' game or other developers' games and like doing that, you know. So I think they'll be back to that next gen. So yeah. Let's see. Do you care about Wolverine? I do care about Wolverine. Like if they can make a good Wolverine game, I'm down. You know, because I played way too much Spider-Man back in the day, so I'm just kind of like, to me the games were always, it wasn't that they were iterative, but it was just like they didn't change enough for me to say, oh my gosh, like I really want to play Spider-Man. It's like you're in the big city, you know what I'm saying? You're usually swinging, you got your powers, and that's fine. I mean, the Spider-Man games made by Sony are very good. I just didn't really feel any connection to them because I've been playing Spider-Man games for like ever, and I felt like there just wasn't enough for me personally. But Wolverine is a completely different thing that has not been explored. Like there are not a lot of Wolverine games. We do not get a lot of Wolverine games. I mean, there's been some, and like the last Wolverine game that we got was like over a decade ago. Like so well over a decade ago. So I think that for me, it's a little bit more exciting to get a Wolverine game compared to Spider-Man games, because Spider-Man is like my favorite Marvel, like, you know, thing. I like Venom. Venom's like my favorite Marvel character for the most part, but like Spider-Man's like the thing that I watched back in the day, like the comic books and all that. And I used to just play all the games: Maximum Carnage, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man the movie game, Spider-Man 2. Like I just played so much of it, you know. So I just got kind of like burnt out maybe because they didn't change enough for me. You know, so that's the reason why I'm not as big on Spider-Man now. But Wolverine, I mean, I've only played a few different Wolverine like that are like focused on Wolverine. Like I mean, I've played as Wolverine in like X-Men games and, you know, fighting games and things like that. But having Wolverine star in the game, there's barely any games that have Wolverine that stars. So I'm excited to play this. So yeah, might be wrong, but I don't think anyone cares that Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, you're definitely wrong. Ghost of Yotei has massive pre-orders right now. It's gonna be a big selling and good game. So yeah, like nah, people care. People care. Let's see here. I need more Mario Kart World levels. I think they'll do DLC next year. So next year will be that. I'll say this, as bad as PlayStation did with the live service stuff, I look forward to their games more than I do Xbox. At least PlayStation is trying. I mean, yeah, I can say that because once again, like it sucks all the, like, I would say DNA out of Xbox because everything's multi-platform. It's like, and don't get me wrong, that's great that they're funding a lot of these games, but like, how can I get hyped? Like, oh, Xbox has Ninja Gaiden. Dude, it's a multi-platform game. So yeah, sure, I'm excited for it, but like, I can't attribute it to Microsoft because it's just multi-platform, you know? So for me, when it comes to these shows, it's not about fanboying about this or that. It's about, yo, like, the DNA of how I grew up with gaming. Now, things change. I'm a dinosaur. I'm old. But that's how I see things, and it's hard to not see it that way. Like, when you do a showcase, Xbox showcase, and everything is multi-platform, or a lot of things, it's like, well, I mean, that's great, but you're no different from Ubisoft now or something. So, I do get a bit more excited to see, like, a state of play, because I know that Sony's going to have some, at least some, like, console-exclusive games. Maybe they're going to come to PC, but I know that they're going to at least have some console-exclusive games, which, I don't know, like I said, it's in my DNA. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe I'm just old, you know, whatever. But it's just in my being to say, okay, yeah, I want to see what each company does, and I want to see the games that they built specifically for their hardware, you know, and take advantage of their hardware. That's what I want to see. So, I don't know. Like I said, I know people think of it differently. A lot of PC gamers think differently. Everything should be on everything. Everything should just run through Gaben, you know, just jack it up to Gaben for everything. Let Gaben have all the money, have all the fame, have all the everything. But I don't know, man. I don't feel that way. I don't feel the same way, you know. True, the hype is different now. Yeah, it's different. It's like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's still their game, but it's like, it's just different. It's like, okay, you start preparing for it like you'd prepare for like a Square Enix showcase, or like a Ubisoft showcase, or like a Capcom showcase, or something like that, you know? It's not the same feeling, you know? It's not the same feeling. Hey, what's up, Epic Globster? Welcome to the stream. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's an embargo right now, but a lot of YouTubers are covering it. I think Sony's done a good job of not showing too much of the game. Like, if they showed too much of the game, I probably wouldn't buy it, but I think I'm gonna buy it. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Concord 2 will be announced. Hey, yo, let's go. Spider-Man Web of Shadows was crazy. Yeah. I mean, Spider-Man, there's good games. I just rather try out something different, you know? Don't get used to the Capcom marketing style. Do not get used to that. That's not in my opinion, like that I do not like the Capcom marketing style. I do not like it at all. It works for them, but I hate it. I don't like it. Like, for example, like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, right? We got like 3 trailers for the game, and then we got like a big presentation. That was it. Like, Capcom will have like 17 trailers, like 17 gameplay events. Like, I don't need to see that much of the game, you know? We really don't need that much of the game. Like, we really don't. Maybe like one gameplay session, you know, but Capcom feels differently, and that's fine. Like, that's how they advertise a lot of their games. But like, I don't need to see the game 17 times before it launches, you know? See, Capcom marketing style. Did Capcom have an event today? I saw at least 2 announcements. No, it wasn't a Capcom event. It was Tokyo Game Show's going on. Or getting ready to go on. How's it going? I have a PS5, but I'm here. How's it going? I don't have a PS5, but you're here. Oh, you don't have a PS5, Justin? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like I said, for me, I decided PS5 because I don't know. I'm not a PC guy, and like Xbox, once again, Xbox. So for me, I gotta go with for me mainly Switch 2 and PlayStation 5 Pro. Those are like my 2 for me, but. You know, sometimes people don't even need PlayStation. Some people don't need Nintendo. Some people just need their gaming, you know. Some people just need PC, and that's it. They love PC, and PC is all that they need, you know. Or some people just need Xbox, or some people just need whatever, or just PlayStation by itself, you know. Just, you know, get whatever you need, or get whatever you want, you know. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and play this notification. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate that. Remember, if you guys do drop a dono, make sure you get your music request in. So if you want some more music, let me know. Clabby, I got you. Cyber Taurus, if you want some music, let me know. I got you as well. I got you as well. Shout outs. Rena, if you want something, let me know. Let's see here. Shout outs. Neil Druckmann's Concord 2 Intergalactic will be shown. Concord 2. All right. My favorite Spider-Man game was Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. I enjoyed the fights with Dr. Octavius, and Blue Rhino was a funny character. Yeah, my favorite Spider-Man game is probably Maximum Spider-Man, or like, yeah, Spider-Man on like the GameCube, like that first or second one, or like Maximum Carnage. I like Maximum Carnage back in the day. But yeah, I played a lot of Spider-Man games, man. I played way too many Spider-Man games. So many. Let's see, feeling some Chrono Trigger music, please play. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, I got you, man. Chrono Trigger. We're gonna play a remix. Because we're getting some copyrights from weird people. Orchestral Charlotte's theme, Frozen remix. Here we go. The Last of Us 3 would be a gaming shock. That would be a shocker if they revealed The Last of Us Part 3 here. But it'd probably be like 17 years off. So I don't know. But that would be crazy if they did. That'd be a big one. That'd be a huge one. I'll keep praying that the Skies of Arcadia remake, now that I know Sega said that they have 4 unannounced games for TGS. Yeah, Skies of Arcadia remake would be really good. I'd be down for that. 100% be down for that. I'd really want that to be a thing, you know? All right, the show starts in about 37 minutes, guys. So look out for that. Make sure you hit that like button to get more people into the stream here. Let them know that I'm streaming early today. So I appreciate that. And also, we did hit the platinum streak again. So 38 days in a row. At 50, we will have a special event at 50 platinum streak. So I appreciate that, guys. So yeah. Hey, what's up, JB? Welcome to the stream. Astrobot for either Switch 2 or PC. I think Switch 2 could work. No, they're not gonna. Here's the problem with Astrobot. It's so tied in with PlayStation lore and history and like the controller and the DualSense and all that. I don't think they're gonna port it over to PC or other things like that. I don't think so. I think it's just gonna stay on the PS5. So yeah, if I were you, if you really want to play it, just get it on PS5, you know, or get a PS5. I know PS5 is expensive, but you know, hey, you only live once, I guess, right? I think they're I mean, they've already had a lot of Astrobot DLC already, like the free levels and stuff like that. I don't know if they're gonna show anything more with Astrobot, but we'll see. So we will see on that one. So we will see. Delta DLC will be welcome. They need to get a patch for Delta first before we talk about DLC, right? Don't we need a patch for that game before we talk about DLC? Bloodborne 2. I don't know if there's going to be a Bloodborne 2 when they need to remaster Bloodborne. So if there's a Bloodborne 2, we need a Bloodborne 1 first. We need a Bloodborne 1 on modern platforms. Well, at least PS4 is a modern platform, but we need it on PS5, like a patch or an update or something. So, yeah. Never had interest in playing Astrobot. It's a good game. No, it's actually really good. If you like 3D platformers, I highly suggest it. You know. Let me see. Oh, I wonder if Monster Hunter Wilds expansion could show up. Monster Hunter Wilds expansion. Yeah, once again, that's also another game that needs kind of like more performance before expansions. But yeah, I guess it needs content as well too. So yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, it's definitely possible. Third party is possible on like a lot of different things. Third party is super possible on like so much stuff. So yeah. Let's see. MGS Master Collection Volume 2 would also be welcome. Yes, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I was kind of annoyed that Astrobot kept getting free DLC. I feel like all of that should have been in the game from the start, but it's still a good game. I mean, I don't really mind that. I mean, if they're gonna release, you know, DLC, if it gives them more time, you know, to make the game, or gives them more time to work on those levels, so it's not rushed out. I mean, we don't know the development cycle, development period, so it's hard to say that all that should have just been in there. I mean, we don't know. They had a game that they felt was good enough for the content. They released it. Most people felt that it was good enough for what you're getting. So yeah, I understand what you're saying though, but it's not like you have to pay for it anyway. So But yeah, we don't know when it was done. That content might have taken a bit longer. You know, making games is difficult. I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I'm just saying that, like, it's DLC is always like a tricky or a slippery slope because you don't know when they're done. At some point you have a deadline. At some point you have to be done, you know, and those levels might have taken a lot longer to make or a lot longer to do, you know. It's not like it's like a copy and paste, you know. You got to debug, you got to test, you got to, like, it takes a lot to build 3D levels, you know. So I just don't know when those levels were done or not. So it's hard for me to say that it should have just been in there, you know. At least that's just my opinion on DLC. I don't have money for an $800 PS5. I mean, PS5's not $800. I think the cheapest model is $550 or $500 something. So, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's cheap. Yeah, if you don't have the money for it, then you don't have the money for it. You know, like I get that. It's not. None of these systems are cheap these days. Like none of them. Like you're not gonna walk in and find a $99 GameCube out there. You know. So I feel you guys on that one. You know. Let's see. So yeah. Bro, is EA doing anything? SSX series online multiplayer would be sick. Yeah, they're not doing anything with that. I don't know. EA is just giving up on fun stuff. What's up, the Sly Crow? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome. How are you doing today? What's up, Cammy? They're also probably working out deals for other Astrobots like FF7 ones. I mean, like I said, yeah, without us being behind the scenes, it's just hard to tell exactly, you know, where things were at, you know. Legend of Dragoon remake. Oh, that'd be nice. What's up, Francois? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? My game interests are 75% RPGs. Now that I found your channel, by the way. So a game like Astrobot draws me in with so a game like Astrobot draws me into trying 0%. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you're into RPGs, then you're into RPGs. I mean, once again, like, not everybody's gonna, hell, most of the people that even bought a PS5 are not into Astrobot, right? That's not like a huge, massive selling game on that platform. So yeah, like it makes sense. Not everybody's gonna be into it, you know. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that track. So let's see. Sony's announcement of Rogue Galaxy reboot with level 5. Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Or just like a high-end remaster of that game would be good too. I missed the announcement. What time does it start? It starts in about 30 minutes, a little bit over 30 minutes, Mr. L. We're almost there. Let's see here. Hey OJ, I'm almost certain we'll see Wolverine in this state of play. What's up, Connor? I hope that we see it. I think that'd be really good, Connor. I think that'd be really cool. I'd be down to see Wolverine. I think that would be, you know, I think that'd just be dope. It'd just be a dope type of thing, you know. So yeah. Spyro 4. That'd be interesting too. Let's see, wasn't there also a rumored Venom spinoff? It wasn't really rumored, it was leaked because there was a big data breach, like Insomniac leak, and like it showed the thing like, hey, yeah, we're gonna do Venom, like DLC. So it wasn't really a rumor. It was like, yo, they got hacked, and it showed that they were working. Yeah, that they had for the roadmap that there would be Venom would be like a DLC package. I mean, it pretty much kind of hints that in the game if you play the game. You know, if you play Spider-Man 2. I wish I lived in the state of play. I currently live in the state of Ohio. I think that was a joke, kind of like a pun. Okay, I feel you. But yeah, Spyro would be great. It'd be great. It's always great to have like Crash Bandicoot and stuff. Spyro help make PlayStation what it was, or what it is. So it'd be great to see those kind of come back and be shown off here. So yeah. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, I live in the state of Nebraska. Shout outs to all the peeps in all the states. Appreciate you guys coming out to tonight's stream. Shout outs. If you guys have more predictions, feel free to let me know in the chat. Like I said, we got about 30 minutes before the show starts, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they show off here. I think that I don't feel as anxious though. Like with Nintendo Directs, I'm always thinking, man, I wonder what they're gonna show. It's like, man, the new Star Fox, the new Fire Emblem. There's always something. But with this, I'm so relaxed because, like I said, this whole generation, this is the least amount of Sony first party games that I've ever bought. So it's like for me, I don't feel any type of anxiousness because I'm like, I've already conditioned my brain that, well, I'm not gonna get what I want, you know. I've already conditioned my brain like, well, I'm just not getting what I want, so let me just enjoy the show, you know. There's not that level of anxiousness with the Nintendo Direct. With Xbox shows, I'm just like, I'm completely relaxed. I just don't care. Like, same thing like with Game Awards and all that type of stuff. But with these with State of Play, I'm just like, yeah, you know, because like I said, I've already conditioned myself that I'm just never gonna get any of the games that I want. So yeah. So I actually like it more. I actually like it more like how I feel beforehand compared to a big Nintendo Direct, because you know you get like 2 or 3 cracks at these a year for big Nintendo Directs. So it's like, man, I wonder what they're gonna show. That's gonna be like for like the year, right? It's like, okay, cool, I got my Fire Emblem. Okay, nice, you know. Or like, oh, cool, new Yoshi. Okay, cool. Right? Okay, cool, new Mario Tennis. All right, cool. All right, cool. Metroid Prime 4 not delayed. All right, cool. You know. So it's like, but with State of Plays, it's like, man, I don't know what they're gonna show. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm so much more relaxed, and I think it's just more of a fun atmosphere for, well, I'm gonna say more of a fun atmosphere because, you know, we got bingo cards, we got crazy amounts of hype. Most of the people here are probably Nintendo fans, you know, so it's a little bit different. But it's still, like I said, like the relax that I feel is a bit, there's no uneasiness. Yeah, it's like more chill, you know, it's like more chill. What announcement would make you pop up out of the State of Play? I mean, like anything classic RPG from Sony. So like, let's say like, you know, if they have something like, you know, Legend of Dragoon, or if they have something like Rogue Galaxy, or if they have anything from like their past that was like classic RPG, like that type of stuff would be like, that type of stuff like would be huge, you know, like it'd be like really big. So yeah, I'd be down to kind of see, you know, kind of what's going on there, you know, overall. So yeah. Be really cool to see what's going on there. Also, guys, if you haven't seen my most recent video, make sure you put it in your watch later. If you haven't seen it, I did a video on Hades 2. Hades 2 is off to a blazing start on Switch 2, and Switch 2, Switch 1, and PC. So that's gonna be a console exclusive for like the next few months. It'll probably come out next year for PS5 and Xbox, or they'll have an announcement. But yeah, if you're not, dude, this looks like it's better than Hollow Knight Silksong. Like, it looks like it's better than Hollow Knight Silk. It looks that way. Like, the gameplay loop, what I'm seeing from some of the reviews I read through some of them, it looks pretty awesome, man. Like, it looks like it takes everything that was great with Hades 1 and then just, like, takes it up, like, 2 or 3 notches, like, without being worse in any category. So, yeah, so I'm excited to play Hades 2. I mean, I beat Hades 1. I liked Hades 1 a lot, so. And I did buy the game on PC, Hades 2, like, the early access. But now the full release is coming, so that'll be tomorrow, so I'm probably going to pick that up. And then I'll get the physical edition probably later as well. So, yeah, indie games are stacked this year for sure. Hey, what's up, Elias? Welcome. I'm getting that one physical on Switch 2. Yeah, the physical edition is coming out November 20th for $50. The digital edition is $30. It's more chill because we're not affected that much. If the show's bad or when Nintendo Direct is bad, people will not let you alone. That's true. That's true for sure. People get all crazy with Nintendo Direct. I mean, once again, with Nintendo Directs, the expectations though are really high. Like the expectations are high. Like Nintendo, once again, they've revealed like over the past year, they've revealed like 14 new games. That's more than like everybody, you know, for the most part. But people act insane with Nintendo Directs, like. You know, so yeah, there's also that. Yeah, there's also that. But I mean, most of the time, Nintendo Directs, when it comes to like the big Directs, most of the time they're solid. They're like either it's like, okay, that was like a C, or it was like a B, or maybe it was like sometimes it's like really good. Oh, it's like an A, you know. But I already know that it's not going to be like terrible because I mean, Nintendo, they just have to focus on first party. Like they have to have first party. This is the first generation this is the first generation like ever in the modern history where third-party developers were actually like, all right, hold up, like we're gonna be there earlier. Like think about it for a second. We just got back to back 90 plus Metacritic rated games on the Nintendo Switch 2, third party, launching day and date. Think about that for a second. I don't think that's ever happened in the history, modern history. So we're talking like Wii U. I don't think that's ever happened in the modern history of Nintendo to get three games back to back 90 plus Metacritic. in like 1 month. I don't know if that's ever happened. This September, it's been Silk Song, it's been Trails in the Sky, and it's also been now in Hades. That I don't think that's ever happened with the third party, you know? That's crazy, you know? I know we just got Delta. Any chance of Metal Gear news announcements? I mean, there's always a chance, but I don't think there's going to be anything here. Will I like Hades 2? I don't like roguelike games. You might like it even if you don't like roguelike games. I don't like roguelike games, but I like Hades 1. But it's the same like things that you hate with roguelike games, it's gonna be persistent here. But Hades is just the best at it. Like, it's the best roguelike game that I've ever played by a country mile. You know, I like it better than Dead Cells too. I think it's better than Dead Cells. So Zarnok, King of Darkness, with the Tune-In tier pledge. Thank you so much, Zarnok, King of Darkness. Thank you for the Tune-In tier pledge. Let's go. Welcome back to the squad. Appreciate you guys, man. Back to 500 Elite Ninjas. Let's go. If you want to become a member, you can definitely become one. ! Member, all lowercase. And you can join up. Thank you guys so much, man. So yeah, can we talk about how stacked February is? Yakuza 3 remake, Mario Tennis, Dragon Quest, Resident Evil. Yeah, that's a stacked month. I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but Resident Evil Requiem releasing day and date with PS5 and Xbox is pretty big deal, to be honest. Pretty cool for RE fans. Yes, I agree, Yoshi. It'd be cool to see Final Fantasy 7 re whatever. Okay, Final Fantasy 7 re something or whatever. Final Fantasy Remake Part 3. Neat type for State of Trash. State of Trash! Just here for the potential Switch 1, Switch 2 games, no key cards. Let me see how much money these fools want. Yeah, don't bank on that. This is probably not going to be a big, heavy Switch 1, Switch 2 show. It's probably going to be a lot of games that are Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I don't count on there be a lot of Switch 2 games. Probably some here or there, and even if there are some here or there, it's probably going to be game key card because of file sizes. So I wouldn't bank on it. So yeah, I always tell people, whenever we go into these shows for Xbox or PlayStation, don't expect anything for Nintendo. Don't expect anything because it's probably not going to be there. You're going to set yourself up for disaster if you expect that type of stuff. So yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I got Hades 1 and the eShop sale, like $5 or $6 USD. Having a blast so far. We'll probably get Hades 2 physical. Nice. Rumor that that 13 trilogy is coming. The shout outs to Flipping the Switch, man. Appreciate you. Rumor is that 13 trilogy is coming sometime. 13 trilogy, that'd be great. I didn't see any rumor on that, but that'd be really good. If there was. So yeah. What's up, party man? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? They'll show 10 seconds of FF7 Part 3 footage. I mean, it's possible, but I'm not sure if they're gonna show it so soon. But we'll see. I was really surprised Yakuza 3 Kiwami's coming to Switch 2 day one. I bought Xbox Series X in 2020 to have a new console to play Yakuza, and now I just need and now I finally just need Switch 2. Well, I knew that if they're gonna do more Yakuza games, that it was gonna come to Switch 2 because they did Yakuza 0. And they already announced like other Yakuza games, so there was already multiple Yakuza announcements for the Switch 2. So why wouldn't they bring over new announcements of remakes and stuff? They got the Dragon Engine on Switch 2 running, so you might as well port it over. Plus, if you look at like the sales when it comes to the Switch 2 in Japan, I mean, clearly the Switch 2 is going to be the dominant platform there, so you're going to want to sell to people in Japan too. So I think that's the situation that's going on there. So I wasn't really too surprised with that. I wouldn't. Don't be surprised when Japanese developers announce, games for Switch 2. Like, that's not surprising. With Japanese developers, that's not surprising. At least to me, it's not surprising. Let's see here. What's Bluepoint working on? I have no idea. All Yakuza games will be on Switch. All Capcom games will be on Switch. Get used to the trend. Yeah, we'll see. Capcom's got to catch up a little bit, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Caps Paranormal? Welcome to the stream. We need PlayStation All-Stars. I think that franchise is dead. If there's any Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, then they're really going to need to shrink down those video files for NS2 release. I mean, not really. What they'll probably just do, they'll probably just put it on a game key card. That's all they got to do. So I don't know if they're going to shrink them too much or not. I mean, it'd be a multi-platform release, so shrinking it probably won't be in the option. Shrinking it too much, so probably not. I mean, look at Final Fantasy. Look at Final Fantasy 7 remake on Switch 2. It's 90 gigabytes. They didn't shrink a damn thing. Barely. I mean, but it's 90 gigabytes. So they didn't shrink nothing. So don't expect that either, Mr. L. It's a 90 gigabyte game. So yeah. I mean, look at Split Fiction on Switch 2. It's 71 gigabytes. You know, so nah. Probably not. Let's see here. Is anyone going to play Yakuza Trilogy on PS5 or Switch 2? I'll probably check it out. They'll probably give me a review code for it. So, I kind of saw this coming with Kiwami on Switch 1. Sega seems to be going all in on Switch 2, same as Capcom. They don't really have a choice, though, guys. I mean, it's like I said, look at the Japanese sales. What are the odds of us getting Mega Man Legends Collection with the Misadventures of Tron Bon? It's the Mega Man Collection we are missing. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. There's always a chance. Bloodborne Remaster, Clown Mask on. Yeah, exactly. I bought 2 more Switch 2 Pro Controllers today since I think I broke another one last night playing Hollow Knight Silksong. LOL, but I can't even play Elden Ring all day long. You got to be careful, Jeffrey. You got to be careful, man. Like, goodness gracious, you're breaking controllers left and right. Calm down. Calm down. I can't wait to play Hades, though. I'm going to play some Hades tonight. I'm going to download and play some Hades tonight. That'll be fun. We need a modern-day Bloody Roar. Yeah. Let's see here. Do you think that the reason big file sizes is because they weren't developing the game on Switch 2 in mind, so they just do them to Switch in other versions? I mean, if they develop with the game with Switch in mind, then yeah, they could definitely shrink the file size. But yes, that is part of the reason why. But also, it's also not part of the reason. It's like 50-50, because if you want high quality textures, high quality audio, high quality streaming assets, like if you want a quality game, you're gonna need file space. Just like if you want a quality video feed, you need more bit rate, right? Like if I want to run this, I can run this stream to where it can play on like a freaking Nokia N-Gage or something, but it'd be so blurry and it'd be so bad that you guys would be like, that's not good enough quality, right? So if you want better quality, better textures, better audio, better everything, you need bigger file size. There's no way around that, you know? Just like my videos, like if you edit a video, you want really good Dolby surround sound or Dolby Pro or Dolby Atmos, well, that's going to increase the file size. You want 1080p or you want 720p, you want 1080p, you want 1440p, you want 2K, 4K, that's going to increase the file size. So there are things based on how the quality of the game that's going to increase or make the file size smaller. Now, yes, there are techniques that you can do to shrink file sizes and things like that. And there are patents that Nintendo has to help out with that. But overall, generally speaking, if you want better quality, if you want somewhat parity with Xbox and PlayStation, the file size is going to be bigger. It just is. You know, unless you want them to do stuff like with the Wii, where they nuke the textures to try to, you know, cram it into like a small cartridge. It's just not going to happen, you know, because the quality of the Switch 2 is significantly better. So yeah, you definitely want high quality. Trust me, you want high quality. You want it. You want high quality. You want it. Trust me on this one. You do. You do. We all want high quality. We all want high quality. Like, we don't... Here's the thing that we don't want. What you don't want is that you don't want the Switch 2 to come out with a version and it looks completely stripped back and nuked compared to Xbox and PlayStation. That's what you don't want. You don't want that. There are some things that you can make omissions on. Like, okay, maybe the frame rate isn't quite there. Okay, maybe it's not running at 4K. But what you don't want is that you don't want it looking like Switch 1 games. That's what you don't want. Like, look at like Hogwarts Legacy. You want Hogwarts Legacy where there's loading screens in between, where it looks like a 480p game, like, or do you actually want like a high quality version of Hogwarts Legacy that looks somewhat similar to what you get? Like, you want that. You don't want low quality, you know, bad textures and all that. Let's see here. OJ, something one from the latest video. I don't think Takashi from Bloomberg is worth reporting on. Matt Piscatella already put him to his place. Yes, I'm gonna have an update video on that, Elias, and I'm probably not gonna report from Takahashi anymore when it comes down to it. But yes, I'm gonna have an update on that one. And yeah, even after I made the video, I saw some of that stuff, but it was already up. But I didn't 100% believe it. I didn't go all in on that. But yeah, I'll make an update video on that one, Elias. Thank you for reminding me about it. So yeah, let's see. I don't want Hogwarts Legacy at all. I'm an adult, but you want high quality textures though. Like, you want high quality gameplay. Do you want Age of Calamity running at 480p, 20 frames per second, or do you want Age of Calamity running at 1080p to 4K at 60 frames per second? Which one do you want? Would you take Age of Calamity on the or like, let's just say Age of Imprisonment, right? Age of Imprisonment. You want that running and looking good, or would you want it like Switch 1, where it's like at 12 frames per second at times, or dipping and constantly having issues and low resolution? See what I'm saying? Whichever's on the cart. But the file size increased greatly though. The file size for that game, it's all on cart, but the file size for that game is 40 something gigabytes. It's nearly 45 gigabytes. So that's because they were able to use the power of the Switch 2 to get you way better textures, way better resolution, way better performance. You know? Most people don't want low quality. And I think at this point, like, it was fine for Switch 1 back in 2017, but it's to have a repeat of the same thing. Nah, we need better quality than what we got with Switch 1. Then, you know? I want 8K, 240 FPS, 5090. Yo, shout outs. That's what I want too. We all need that. I wouldn't be surprised if the CGI cutscenes in Final Fantasy VII Remake were still in 4K. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that either. 30 FPS, not playable. I take it back. I take it back. You made a valid point. I don't know what point you made in the first place. Unless you're not okay. I don't think you're talking to me. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate your understanding. God bless him. Hey, shout outs, Preston. I appreciate you, man. God bless. Thank you for the support. Flipping the Switch happy with 480. Flipping the Switch is not happy with 480p. He is not happy. Nobody's happy with 480p. Like, you want higher quality games. Like, nobody's happy with 480p. Like, and when we actually get other games coming out, when they figure out this game keycard stuff versus not, like, for example, Hades 2, you can play that at 120 FPS on your TV on Switch 2. Now it's coming to Switch 1 fully on cart too, but of course, man, you're gonna play the Switch 2 version. You get what, 1440p, 120 FPS, or you get like 4K 60 or something like that. It's like, yeah, of course you're gonna take that version of the game. Why would you not want that version of the game, you know? So yeah. I don't know what I'm excited for to see in state of the play, you know, state of play. I'm not sure what I'm excited to see, you know? So yeah. I mean, absolutely graphics matter. Graphics matter for sure. It's not the be all end all though. That's what I say. Like, it's not the be all end all. I don't need, now here's the thing where I might sound a little bit hypocritical. I personally don't need 17K, 7,000 frames per second. I personally don't need that. Because to me, my eye is not discernible enough to see all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Like, it's just not. I played Returnal at 1080p before anybody even knew it was 1080p. So Returnal came out back in 2021 on the PS5, and everyone's like, wow, this looks great. It didn't look crusty or nothing. And then all of a sudden, Digital Foundry comes out and says the game is running at 1080p. Then all of a sudden, all these people start talking about how bad and how fuzzy it looks. It's like, nah, stop the cap. You didn't even know it was at 1080p. You thought it was 4K, or you thought it was whatever. You needed Digital Foundry to tell you how your eyes look or how your eyes feel. Me, I had the same. It was the same thing that happened with Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 16, where, I mean, shout outs to Marlon Gaming Nation. I always bring this up, but and Osmond Gold and all these guys, they're talking about how cutting edge and how much better it was than Tears of the Kingdom and the graphics. All of a sudden, Digital Foundry comes out and says that it's 720p. All of a sudden, your eyes all of a sudden, it's terrible. It's the worst game. It's blurry. You know?
I'm all digital on Switch 2, so I don't care about the game key cards, and at this point, I'm glad I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Lol.
Sometimes, like when you're just you just want to play a game. You don't want to worry about nothing else. That's why the option's there, though. You know. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for that, man. So listen. To me, frame rate is definitely, like, having a set, solid, stable frame rate is more important than necessarily having the highest graphical fidelity and all that, you know? But like I said, for me, I don't really, man, 1080p 60 is good for me. I think 1080p 60 works perfectly fine. And then you upscale that to 4K, that's fine by me. I've played tons of games at 1080p 60 on my PlayStation 5 and never had a problem, never complained, you know? So for me, I don't need 17K, 8K. I don't need all that. You know, there is no 17K, at least not yet. But yeah, I don't need all that. All I need is just good, stable, set frame rate and the ability to play. I mean, obviously having the ability to play anywhere, you know. Yo, Preston, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. I think graphics and aesthetics can improve the game to make your actions more smooth and satisfying. Absolutely. Animations, graphics, and aesthetics can absolutely do all that. Yeah. 1440p will always be the sweet spot, but 1080p is great. Yeah. I'll be honest, I can't really tell the difference between 1440p and 1080p at times. Like, I can't tell the difference. I couldn't even tell the difference between 4K and 1080p on my monitor. But maybe because my monitor is not big enough, probably. But, like, I couldn't tell the difference between 4K and 1080p, like, when I was playing Trails in the Sky. Although I don't know what it was rendering that natively. I have no idea, you know? So yeah. Most PC guys like love 14. Yeah, they think 1440p is good because it puts less stress on the system. And a lot of their monitors aren't even 4K because you want to have the highest refresh rate. There's a lot of monitors that are not, you know, 4K 120. There are like a lot of monitors are like 1440p 120 or 1440p 240. Like literally this MSI monitor, I wanted 4K and 120. I think this is 4K 240. There's barely any monitors that are like in terms of monitors that are affordable at least that are like 4K 240 or 4K 120. Like you're gonna pay a lot for a monitor that does 4K and 120 or 240 refresh rate. You know, this monitor was pricey. So like, yeah, that's the reason why they love 1440p, because you can get incredible monitors for good prices and just play it at, I mean, it's going to be small. It's not going to be like a big, you don't need 4K. You're not going to be able to tell the difference on a 27-inch monitor, the difference between 4K and 1440p. It's not a big enough difference when you're playing a shooting game competitive online, or when you're playing, you know, a World of Warcraft or something like that. There's not a big enough difference between that with the monitor that small. Like you need a big TV to tell the difference between 4K and 1440p, like discernibly, you know. And you're not going to give up that refresh rate for the 4K. So it took me a hot minute to find a monitor that, you know, that met the specifications that I needed. So, and once again, they almost never go on sale, and if they do, it's not much. I can tell the difference between 720p and 1440p, because 720p is not even full HD yet. Now, on a really small screen, I probably can't tell the difference. Well, I probably could, but, like, it'd be harder depending on the game. But, like, I can understand, like, if you can't, I can understand that. But 720p, like, you can tell 720p. Like, 720p looks soft. It looks soft. New positive vibes for the Uncharted game. Yo, let's go. Meanwhile, average customer, I don't understand a word he just said. Anyway, doesn't play Mario Kart. Yeah, a lot of average customers, you're right about that. A lot of average customers don't care about that stuff. I mean, they just want it to look good enough. That's why Switch 1 and Switch 2 are selling good so far, you know, because a lot of average customers just don't care. But when you're making a game system, you want to make it for like the core gamers. You also want to make it for the average gamers. Like you want to have a good range. You want to try to appease almost everyone. It's almost impossible to do so, but I think that you want to kind of please everyone. Like, I think all of us that have a Switch 2 now, how happy are you guys with the frame rates of Nintendo's first party and third party games compared to Switch 1 and what we got in that first year? Anybody here had a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 in the first year and played games? How much happy are you, like, overall with the performance of games on Switch 1 compared to Switch 2? It's a night and day difference. I would say if you polled people about how they felt about performance and how they felt, like early adopters of Switch 1 and Switch 2, I think almost all of them would say, you know, I'd probably give, you know, Switch 2 at least a B, a minimum of a B, you know, whereas Switch 1, I'd probably say it was probably not that great. So because Nintendo's first party games, like a lot of those games weren't even hitting 60. Even though they did have a lot of 60 FPS games in that first year, don't get me wrong. Like there were a lot of their games were 60 that year. Actually, most of their games were 60, but the third-party games were not all the time. So yeah. My only complaint with Nintendo is that they really should learn what anti-aliasing and stop obsession with FSR 1. I think that once they get the hang of DLSS, like with their first-party games, they're gonna just be using DLSS overall. So I don't think that'll be a problem in the future. I watch 1080p Blu-rays on my PS3 and they all look great on my TV. I go for 4K Blu-ray when I can, but 1080p still looks fine. Yeah, it does. Depending on the movie and the game, you know. I'm happy knowing. What's up, Juice Man? I'm happy knowing Nintendo has a machine that has the ability more, with that ability more often. Exactly. For me, the biggest thing is the AA games. Like, and I've said this over, and I sound like a broken record, but for me, it's like the biggest thing is the AA games. Like, I can pick up Trails in the Sky and not have to, like, why is Trails in the Sky crusty? Like, why is it a little bit crusty on Switch 1? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can pick up Trails in the Sky, not have a problem. I can pick up, indie games and not have to worry about, indie games. Like, for example, Hades 1. Hades 1 on Switch 1, it has a few, I mean, it's 60 FPS, but it has some things here and there. Hades 2 runs at 120. There's going to be no issues. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't have to worry about, like, the little things. I get the AAA games. Like, I get 30 FPS for those, or even 30 with some dips. Like, I get that. But, like, I don't got to worry about the indie games anymore, or, like, the AA games. That's the biggest thing that I like, So I can play Trails, I can play Silk Song, I can play Hades, I can play, all of the Falcom games, Nippon Ichi games. I can play all those and never have an issue, because they're all going to be running at 60 for the most part, Hades was okay, but the problem with Hades 1 on Switch 1 was there was some frame rate issues here and there, even during boss battles at times. Like I said, it was still solid, but like when you play Hades 2, play it on your TV, or it's gonna be 120 FPS pretty much locked, or if you play it on your on the Switch 2 portable screen, it's gonna be 60 locked with no issues whatsoever. So you don't gotta even think about it, and sometimes, like Trails in the Sky, yeah, there's a few things here and there, but it's still better than the Switch 1 version, so yeah. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes left before the before the state of play starts. So we'll move over to it right before it starts, guys. We're gonna do that. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button. So yeah, HDR, definitely HDR could be better from TV providers, but Nintendo can do a better job with their HDR. So I'm wondering if they're gonna release an update that helps out with that. Also, guys, we are only 6 combos away from a platinum and a half. So I appreciate that, guys. Let's go platinum and a half in about an hour. I appreciate you guys coming through, seriously. It's sad that I almost forgot that we were waiting on State of Play. Maybe, but that's okay. That's okay. Put music in the background. Should be fun. Should be a fun State of Play. I don't get why people complain about Switch 2 power. Most people don't even expect the jump to be that much. I mean, it had a big jump. Most people aren't complaining about Switch 2 power. Most people think the Switch 2 power is just good enough. So, let's see, if you play 4K 60, if you love 2D sprite indie games, that's what Switch is, an indie machine. You'll play at 4K 60 if you love 2D sprite-based indie games. Okay. You thought it was too much? It's just right. It's just right. It's not, it's not above Xbox Series S. Xbox Series S came out 5 years ago. So it's not above Xbox Series S. So I don't think it's too much.
Batting cleanup.
Yo, shout out Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the cleanup bat. Let's go. I mean, it can outperform Xbox Series S in some calculations and tasks because of DLSS and all that. But I really don't think Switch 2 is too much. Like, I think it's just right. I think it's just about right. Nintendo was just really far behind with the Switch 1. All things considered. It's just enough. It's just enough to get, games like Star Wars Outlaws running at 30 looking good. It's just enough. Obviously, it can't run like the biggest new AAA games at 60 FPS, so I don't really think that it's like they did too much. I think they did just enough. Like, a lot of these games that are coming out, maybe 30 FPS, maybe some dips here and there, that's just enough to get some of the newer modern games. But when it comes to everything Nintendo does, I mean, unless Nintendo's pushing graphics to the absolute maximum, there's no need for Nintendo to ever have any games that run at not a target 60. Now, maybe it's not locked at 60, but everything should run at a target 60 for Nintendo across the board. And most AA games, most light, like in between, like AA and a half games, stuff like that, all that should run at 60 as well, or at least 40, like No Man's Sky, so yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. And of course, all last generation games, should all run at either lock 30, 40, or 60 target, you know? So, yeah, to me, it's just enough. 30 in today's age is just bad. I would say so too, but sometimes it works, man. Like, I think Star Wars Outlaws at 30, it actually plays just fine. I didn't know what to expect, but it plays just fine at 30. And I've checked out the game, I've seen it at 60, but I think that 30 with frame and pacing is bad. I think that's what makes it bad. But if you have 30 at good frame pacing, then it's okay, you know? Yeah, as long as it's consistent, you know. All right, state of play starting up. Let's go. Okay, Saros. This is Saros. How's the audio, guys? How's the audio? Saros starting up. Shoutouts to Cyber Taurus. Bat and cleanup.
Every time the sun dies, time stretches and tears.
What's up, Katana? Woo! This is looking good already.
Scan for Soltari signals.
Signal corrupted. Approximating.
Looks like Gears of War. Gears of War guy.
Is that the thing from the ridge?
Confirmed.
You better stay out of my way.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. Today we are thrilled to show off this first look of gameplay for Saros running on PS5.
Saros.
Saros builds on Returnal's award-winning action and tells the emotional and haunting story of Arjun Devraz's drive for answers on the shape-shifting planet of Carcosa.
Yep. It's straight up sequel to Returnal. This is good. Like gameplay sequel. So many
Here we show
particles.
off one of our exciting combat features, the Soltari Shield. By holding R1, you can defend yourself and absorb projectiles.
Oh, okay. It's nice. I like that. I love Returnal, by the way. That's like my favorite PS5 game is Returnal. Like, Sony first party game. Returnal.
By absorbing projectiles, you can now hit back hard using your power weapon.
Okay.
By holding the adaptive trigger on L2, you'll be able to destroy enemies using Eclipse-driven weaponry.
Got like a shotgun. Oh.
Soltari holocache detected.
I'm not sure if I love the color scheme, like all the
Here is
orange.
a Soltari hololog, where you can learn more about lost Carcosa.
I'll try to forget.
Hold up for me. I will find you. I promise.
But there'll be different environments and biomes, though. There'll be different environments. That shield is like main thing in the game so far. Oh man, yeah. This game gets intense, bro. These moments are gonna be like crazy. I remember Returnal just like literally sweating buckets fighting enemies in Returnal trying to get to the end. Because this is it's like a rogue game. Like if you die, you go back to the beginning. So, yeah. Like it's very, very intense. Ooh. Yeah, he's getting cooked.
This is Second Chance, where you can be revived on first death to get straight back into the action.
Okay, yeah, thank God.
Second Chance is part of our permanent progression systems, which means you will always come back stronger.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Please let me come back stronger. Let me get another chance. That's pretty nasty. What is all that stuff? Are those skulls? Oh my goodness.
The sun is forever.
I beat Returnal though. I beat Returnal, and I
hope
beat
you loved that
Hades.
first look at gameplay. We're looking forward to revealing more on our mysterious and moving story and our amazing ensemble cast of NPCs in the coming months. Next year is when you'll be able to play Saros on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro.
Okay, good.
Thanks for watching. We can't wait to share more from all of the team working
Nope.
on Saros.
No, target down the release date, my man. Give us like a spring or like a summer. You already told us it's coming out next year. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. This is Housemarque. This might be Sony's best studio, man. Like, honestly, this is a great studio. I like what they do. Well, no, it's not their best studio, but like, it's definitely one of their. They focus on gameplay. Like, Housemarque focuses completely on gameplay. There's barely any, like, there's cutscenes and cinematics and stuff, but this game is really a gameplay driven. Like, if you play Returnal, oh, there we go, March 20th. Oh my gosh, I thought we weren't gonna get it. He made it so like we weren't gonna get it. Okay, March 20th, let's go. He said next year, act like we ain't gonna get the release date. Let's go, March 20th, I like it. That's not bad at all, that's good. Something to finally, first party game to finally look forward to from Sony, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously Astrobot, but like, good.
Actually want to deploy her? You cannot be serious.
Cascade is one of our most highly trained operants.
Very good,
She's been shelved for 5 years.
All right.
The parties marked her as a failure.
She won't have to do it alone. Her
I think this
old
is
squad
the,
is still out there.
I
Disco
thought they'd all
Elysium.
been ripped to shreds.
Probably, but she can scrape what's left of them back together.
I think this is Disco Elysium,
Lead them
right?
to their deaths all over again.
And what if she butchers it like last time?
We'll do what we always do. Throw more assets at the problem. We have plenty more.
I guess. She's a pathetic, fragile embarrassment.
No, don't turn up the audio.
And her methods are so unhinged.
Okay.
But
I'll
they
put it
get
halfway.
results, no?
Long-range
pretty
missiles
loud.
get results.
Okay.
Show a little faith. We're at the end of history.
Now audio was good. Okay.
Everything that could go wrong already
Audio's
has.
good. Okay. Oh, it looked like Disco Elysium. For Zero Paradise? Okay. I don't know what that is, but Flight Simulator? Microsoft? Flight Simulator? Malaysia Airlines. Yeah, I don't care about Flight Simulator. I'll be honest, I don't care about it. I don't feel like flying around, you know, just to fly. But no, this is cool though. Finally on PS. Man, none of y'all gonna play this game. Stop. Nick, you ain't playing this game. You ain't even played Returnal yet. We ain't gonna play no damn Flight Simulator. Gonna run better than on Xbox Series X. I mean, it runs pretty. Doesn't it run good on Xbox Series X? I played 2021 for. This Nixon I played. Oh, there you go. Microsoft Flight Simulator, December 8th, 2025. Flight Simulator for last year though. 2024 simulator. There you go. There's Microsoft's. Coming to PS5 December 8th, 2025. And VR. Oh, VR support. If you got a PSVR, that might be kind of cool.
Hostiles inbound. 100 meters in closing.
I got 2. East side.
Call of Duty
I got 3 west side.
or Battlefield.
On the T of execute. 3, 2, 1. Execute.
Hey, on your birthday, let's go.
The world as it's commonly known has crumbled. Alliances that held since the end of World War II, gone.
Dagger, this is Pax's ballsiest play yet. If they succeed, they will have secured the most strategic rock in the history of warfare. Want to help our friends take back this rock? Hoorah!
Hoorah!
You're playing a dangerous game.
SOCOM. U.S. Navy SEALs.
Be daggled without insurmountable odds.
The whole world's gonna look different now. Just takes a little shake of perspective.
Gotta love a challenge.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
Stand by for re-attack call.
Light them up!
Light him up. Yeah. Guns, shoot, violence. Woo!
Kincaid will pay for this.
But we don't know how high it goes.
You trying to start a war with the CIA?
That is not the fucking question!
This is it. I know what I gotta do.
Battlefield, October 10th. Get ready, party man.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann. Sean and I are back to share news and release dates for games coming to PS5.
That man needs to just save it off, buddy.
Thanks to EA and Battlefield Studios for that new look at the single-player
Sa-
campaign for Battlefield 6.
Save that head,
Launches
buddy.
October 10th on PS5.
Just get rid of it, man.
Let's celebrate one of my favorite games of all time, which is marking its 25th anniversary this year.
Nah, man, get rid of it, fam. Get rid of it. It's done. It's done. It's over with.
Deus Ex returns.
Oh, wait a minute.
5 Remaster is a collaboration between Eidos Montreal
Never mind.
and Aspyr, the studio behind remastered classics like Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver.
On its way back to the people.
Oh, damn. that looks
you
terrible.
play as JC Denton,
Don't tell me you're going to wear your
an augmented operative working to uncover the truth.
Vision is augmented.
Yeah, I
This
don't
new
know.
version adds enhanced visuals, overclock controls, and support for key PS5 features like haptic feedback. Deus Ex influenced a generation of RPGs with its emphasis on choice and consequence.
Oh, no.
No two playthroughs unfold the same.
That was like the Remember
Deus Ex
Me.
Remastered arrives on PS5 early next year.
That's probably going to be on multi-platform. That was like Remember Me.
It's almost Halloween, and you know what they say? Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Yeah, I didn't like that remake. That remake.
Death Comes to Haddonfield in Halloween
Uh-oh.
the game.
That's an RGT game right here.
Carpenter classic.
RGT game.
Team at Ilphonic invites players to an asymmetrical horror sandbox where you can play as a civilian survivor or Michael Myers himself.
Twitch streamer game.
In each game, it's up to you as survivors to save these hapless townfolk or to hunt them down as Michael Myers. He possesses unique abilities like shape jump, allowing him to move around the map unseen and pop out where you'd least expect him.
Ah!
Playing as a civilian, it's up to you to lead townsfolk to safety, find a phone, and call the police for help. Civilians can also scavenge for gear and weapons to help them survive when they inevitably cross paths with the unstoppable Michael Myers. Become the boogeyman or protect his victims when Halloween the Game launches on September 8th, 2026.
Oh my god, bro. These presentations are hilarious.
Two big announcements
I love
from
them.
11th Hour Games. First, their hit action RPG, Last Epoch,
Oh my
is in
God.
development for a PS5. This celebrated dungeon crawler is known for its extensive skill customization, deep and rewarding
turn
loot
that corner
systems,
guy.
and massive time-traveling world.
He's just walking like he shouldn't be aware. All of a sudden, he turned a corner.
Taking down
Ah!
gods and toppling cursed empires to save the world from its ruined future.
God.
As for that second
Oh my
announcement,
gosh.
Last Epoch's first major expansion, Orobis,
Uh-oh.
arrived at the same time as the upcoming PS5 release.
Auto Beast. Yes. I have no idea what this game is. I bet it's good. I ain't gonna play, but I bet it's good.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is an open-world RPG based on the beloved Japanese series,
Okay.
offering a vast single-player campaign and multiplayer areas where cooperation and exploration go hand in hand. Follow in the footsteps of Tristan, the Prince of Britannia, and play an original story you can experience only in the game.
Yeah,
Capture creatures, go fishing, cook your own meals, mine resources,
Yeah.
and craft new items
Well, it might be a
to
gacha
explore
game.
Britannia on your own. Or step beyond the open world to tackle dungeons with a team of up to 4 other players.
I haven't watched the anime though, so.
In a multiverse that transcends time and space, original heroes join forces with beloved characters from the series to embark on a grand adventure.
I haven't watched the series, so that's a big fairy. God dang.
Venture out alone or with friends when the 7 Deadly Sins origin arrives on January 28th.
It could be good. I just don't know. I never watched the anime or nothing, so.
2 iconic characters finally meet in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Mega Man!
PS5 tomorrow. Mega Man and his trusty vehicle, the Rush Roadster, join the lineup as part of the Mega Man DLC pack that arrives early next year. But they're not alone. Proto Man also speeds into the pack.
Okay, Proto in the house.
Also included is a stunning reimagining of Dr. Wily's castle from the Mega Man series. Familiar sights and sounds will take players back to some of Mega Man's most memorable adventures. The Mega Man DLC pack comes to PS5 next year as part of the Season Pass and Digital Deluxe Edition. The early unlock period is already underway, so Digital Deluxe Edition owners can get into Sonic Racing Cross Worlds right now.
If you wait, you'll just be able to get all this crap for like $40 next year.
Up next, 2 announcements from Koei Tecmo Games, including a release date for Neo 3.
What's up with Koei Tecmo? Koei Tecmo in the house.
Who will be Shogun?
Kurimatsu, why? You'll never understand what it means.
I am Himiko. On my honor as queen, I shall defeat Hiroko.
My timeless friend, I trust you. Nothing will stop me from becoming Shogun.
So long as this dark radiance exists, my fights will continue.
Jiraiya. I tried to get into Neo. I played like Neo 1 for like 20-something hours. I said I'm good, bro. I had to check out.
One must prove their might.
The light of hope lies unseen at the end of time.
I checked out, man.
You wish to become Shogun that badly?
Maybe you don't want it enough. What makes a Shogun anyway?
Too much souls. Too much souls, like Dark Souls gameplay. I didn't like it. I mean, I thought it was okay. I just didn't. I have the double pack on the PS5 and it runs and looks great. But I just said, nah, I'm good. It's not for me, you know? I tried it though. I gave it a good try. Gave it a good try. One sucks, but 2 is fire. I know. Is that a remake of like the PS2 one? Yeah, looks like a remake. I bet PS5 players are loving this right now, right? Now there'll be some more good announcements, guys. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. Remaster the Complete Edition. There you go. Let's go. Shinobi? Oh, wait, never mind. What am I? That's Sega. What am I talking about?
Another world snuffed from existence.
All right, what's all this about? Bad Night. Okay, Code Ring 2 or Code Vein. Code Vein 2.
Our true objective is to save this world.
Yeah, Code Vein 2.
World.
I played Code Vein on Xbox One and
Need I remind you?
Anime Souls. You know, I just
With history.
another Souls game. I got tired of it. I got tired of all these damn Souls games. But I gave it a good shot. I tried it. It's just not for me. But it's another Souls game. Like everything's a Souls game. Like everything is a Souls game.
Faced my past. Let's go.
Stop looking for Switch 2 announcements. This is a state of play. Stop looking for Switch 2 announcements. It's a Sony state of play. Expect PlayStation announcements. Sure, some of these are going to be multi-platform. Sure, but don't come here expecting Switch 2 announcements. Just, it's PlayStation state of play. Yeah, enjoy the show. Stop worrying about Switch 2 right now. Just enjoy the show. January 30th for Code Vein. I'll buy it when it's like 20, play it for 10 hours, and say I don't like it. That's exactly what's going to happen with that game. With all these Souls games.
Back in June, we debuted Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, right here on State of Play.
Today, we're joined by the game's director, followed by news from other special guests who are joining us just as Tokyo Game Show kicks off in Japan.
I think their glasses should be thicker. I think they're not thick enough. Hello everyone, this is Katsuya Maeda, Director of Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Although it's been nearly 30 years since the original Final Fantasy Tactics released on the PlayStation, it continues to stand as a favorite game for many. As one of the members of the original development team, I couldn't be happier. That is awesome. 30 years ago. Our team is excited once again to share this title with all of you in new form as the Ivalice Chronicles. Our entire team is excited. Oh, okay, I read that. We have made a number of updates and additions, including fully voiced dialogue and difficulty adjustments, to provide an excellent experience for both fans of the original and to those who have yet to play Final Fantasy Tactics.
Do not feign concern for me. I see your words for what they are.
I think we have created something anybody can pick up and enjoy, so I encourage you to give it a try. Hope everyone is looking forward to the game's release. Yeah, I have a video talking about the review round. The reviews are good. This is on everything. The reviews are good. It's a good game. It's a fantastic game. Very good game. Well, Square Enix paid for that advertisement, so I mean. Uncle, it's time for the announcement. Okay, what's all this about? The title is Let It Die, Inferno. Ah, I got it. So this is the official sequel to Let It Die then. Exactly, the dev team's been hard at work. I didn't play the original. It's a game that combines melee action, roguelite elements, a PvE system. You can PvC me out. Rogue and PvE? I'm out. Looks cool though, but yeah, you can PvC me out. PvP out. Oh! Yeah, hell nah. Rogue and PvE. Nah, I'll pass. Yeah, another streamer game. Another streamer game. No, I bet it's fun though, guys. I bet it's fun. It's just these type of games just aren't for me. Like these Twitch streamer games, you know, and all that. I don't know, man. No, I bet it's cool though. I bet these guys look funny. They look funny. The game doesn't take itself seriously. I bet it's a really fun game to play. December 3rd. That's this year. Okay. Yeah, I bet it's fun. I bet it's fun. This is just not for me. That's okay. There's probably people that are excited for that. Suisha Games? Okay. Desk Works. Chrono Cross 2. Bound to an unfinished draft, a prisoner of an endless tale. Looks like a Metroidvania. Yeah, like a Metroidvania, 2D, like hand-drawn Metroidvania game. Like a picture book, yeah. Chrono Script, the endless end. Okay. 2026. Looks cool. Looks interesting. Hello, I'm Tom Fuji, director at Deskworks. I'm Masami Yamamoto. We hope to enjoy the world premiere of our brand new game, Chrono Script, the Endless End. The game is an exploratory 2D action adventure where the editor visits a mysterious manor, becomes trapped within the manuscript pages of an endless story, and must find a way to escape. We're aiming to deliver a rich, dark fantasy experience brought to life with a unique hand-drawn pen art style. While the game explores the theme of endless stories, rest assured we're fully committed to seeing... I can't read it all. Chrono Script, the Endless End is scheduled to release in 2026. We've got more updates ahead, so stay tuned! I like how energetic the Japanese developers are for their games. It's so funny. It's so funny. I like it.
Citizens of Pywell. Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written by our own hand.
Crimson Desert, right?
We fight those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts who think themselves men.
Crimson Desert.
What it means to be a Grey Man. The time has come to do what we believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymen comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within. And let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one.
We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Ooh. The game actually looks kind of cool.
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
BioShock.
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path.
Lair.
At the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Okay, we got a release date, March 19th. March 19th for Crimson Desert. Okay. Speaker system. All right. Okay. There's 3D audio. Yeah. Oh, it works with your speakers. Okay, so it's for like PC play. PlayStation Link wireless. Those are going to be expensive. I can tell you that right now. Ultra low. Switching between PC and Mac. PS5 consoles. PlayStation Remote Player. Portable sound, hours of battery life. How many hours of battery life? Simultaneously Bluetooth connectivity. Yeah. Charging docks included. That's nice. Also available in white. Okay. Some colors. Available 2026. Alright, cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Brett Elston.
And I'm Kristen Zatani.
That was your first look at the Pulse Elevate wireless speakers, which bring the PlayStation audio and chat experience to your desktop with planar magnetic drivers and PlayStation Link wireless technology. Visit PlayStation blog for even more details.
Now, let's check in on what's next for PlayStation Plus. Up first is the October monthly games lineup. The creepy and captivating Alan Wake 2 arrives just in time for spooky season,
Alan Wake?
with Goat Simulator 3 and Cocoon rounding out the list. These all arrive for PlayStation Plus Essential members on October 7th.
You remember me?
No, I don't want to, actually.
You remember me.
The Last of Us Day is this Friday, September 26th. As part of Naughty Dog and PlayStation's annual celebration of this beloved series, we are thrilled to confirm the addition of The Last of Us Part 2 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
We don't let anybody stop us.
I've already played and beat it, but that's cool. That's good. Big Abbott.
PS5 members, this includes The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, the definitive way to experience Ellie and Abby's story, alongside additions like the roguelike survival mode, No Return.
I don't want to experience the story again, actually. But I like the game, but I don't want to experience it again.
Our update to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog is extra exciting for fans of fighting games and the number 3. Tekken 3 from the original PlayStation and Soul Calibur 3 from the PS2 are coming to the service later this year.
Cool.
Also arriving this year, another all-time classic from the PS2, Tomb Raider Anniversary.
All right.
And up next, a special message from the creator behind one of PlayStation's most iconic franchises.
Gran Turismo? Hello, I'm Kazunori Yamauchi, the producer of the Gran Turismo series. The only Japanese developer left. I'm just they didn't give him the boot. He's the only one left. As of June 25th, 2025, the Gran Turismo series has officially surpassed 100 million units sold worldwide since its debut. Don't mess up the next game though. You're next. It's a mind-blowing first creators series that sold more than 100 million units. Celebrate this achievement. We're excited to announce Spec 3 update. Okay, our biggest update yet for Gran Turismo 7 coming this December. The major release is packed with exciting new content features, including 2 brand new racetracks, 8 new vehicles, new circuit experience data, logger feature, and much more. That's an RGT game right here, baby. Let's go. RGT. Gran Turismo series will not have reached 100 million units sold in 30 years without everyone's support. Thank you for the bottom line. I used to like Gran Turismo back in the day. I used to play it a lot. All right, what's the one more thing? We still got like the one more thing coming up, so we'll see about that. Bloodborne remake, Bloodborne remaster coming up. God of War controller, God of War DualSense, God of War 20th anniversary limited edition controller. Cool. Sounds good. All right, here we go. We got maybe like the last biggest thing here. Let's see.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Oh, Wolverine. Okay, Wolverine. Let's go. Let's go.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me.
Oh my, yeah, this is mature rated.
Doesn't matter where I go.
Shoryuken! Oh, is that Omega Red? Oh my god.
That's always waiting.
Was that Sabretooth or Omega Red? Mystique?
Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Alright, here we go. Next year, maybe? Finally? Sentinel. Okay, fall 2026. All right, holiday 2026. All right, there we go. About a year, a little bit over a year. A little bit over a year. That's okay. Good stuff. Yeah, Omega Red. Or another thing.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the character in the comics?
Yes.
Working with Wolverine is interesting because part of the route to who he is that he's an unreliable narrator. He has gaps in his memory. So Wolverine doesn't really remember a lot of his life, and that's got to be an extremely frustrating aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury, but then he could turn on a dime, and he could be very, very kind and tender in the next moment.
When we're casting for someone like Logan, what we're looking for in character traits are someone who can convey a lot with very little being spoken.
When you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion that you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I played James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as he applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves. It's one of the greatest honors of my life, one of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had, and one of the coolest things I've ever got to do.
The entire game is built around staying true to the Wolverine experience.
And then how do we want to put our Insomniac stamp on that? How do we want to put our own spin and creativity, but still give something new and fresh the fans are going to be excited about?
It's the full package. It is a level of detail that we've never been able to do before.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who goes to many places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down that rooftop and you can see the breadth of Madripoor in Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red makes an appearance, Mystique is there, and there are some hints to other characters that fans of Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine is the blood. The blood tech that was put into this game is pretty phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it. It looks fantastic.
Wolverine's combat, making that special, making that feel like him, making it feel different to anything else you've played, that's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and so incredibly satisfying, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
We're pretty excited about the artwork that we're using on the cover. It's dynamic, it's rough-edged.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's Wolverine.
One of the cool things about Insomniac is they are probably the most collaborative group of people I have ever worked with. They make you feel part of their team. That's not something you always get.
We've been in a creative collaboration with Insomniac Games and PlayStation for over a decade now. We've made some of the greatest superhero games of all time, and that was always the goal, making games that are timeless.
I think fans are going to be excited, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm really proud of what we made. We're focused on making the best Wolverine game ever.
On behalf of everyone at Insomniac Games and the Wolverine team especially, we want to thank you for taking time to watch our trailer. We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2026.
All right, called another state of play in spring. It's probably gonna be really good on PS5 Pro too, so I'm glad I have one. I finally excited, honestly, like, it's coming a year from now, so that's like whatever. But it's actually exciting to be like, there's 2 games. that I'll be buying from first-party Sony that's not hawked from somewhere else, you know? Actual internally developed games. Outside of Astrobot, I haven't bought a Sony, like an actual Sony first-party game in like a long time outside of Astrobot. Like, I don't even remember the last one that I bought. I think it might have been like, oh gosh. It might have been like Returnal or like Ratchet and Clank. So it's been like years since I bought a Sony like actual internal developed, like outside of Astrobot. Man, it's wild. It is wild. But I do think that when you look at like what they showed off here, right? What they've showed off, I think you guys realize how difficult and how hard it is to put together a ton of first party games, right? Like throughout this whole show, you know, people talked about, you know, whether they were happy or upset with like, you know, Nintendo Direct or whatever the case is, right? And like, look at the amount of, like, it's like 2 games that they already announced before. Like there were, I don't think there were any actual brand new game announcements for the PlayStation 5 from Sony. Like there was nothing new. Like when it comes to like Sony's first party studios. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's just going to show you like how long these games take, how difficult it is to put together a show, 30+ minute show of actual like new games. People were complaining about the amount of new games at the Direct. I mean, literally there was like no new first party games from Sony there. But once again, it was still a good show. Like it was still a good show. It was still like, you know, it was still okay. But they finally revealed Wolverine, which was revealed, you know, a while ago. And then they also gave us more information on Saros, which they also did reveal before. So it just goes to show you, man, it takes a lot. Like, it really takes a lot. Like, it's not easy at all. Yeah, glad we finally got Wolverine. You know, that's good. That's good to see that game. Yeah, but like I said, there was no new, like, new first party studio announcements at this show. Like, 0 new ones. You know, which that's okay. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just there was just no actual new announcements from Sony first party. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus with the $6 dono and says 6 out of 10 for me. There were 3 to 4 things that interested me in the presentation. Okay, yeah. Let's see. You're being too nice, OJ. Bring us Baron. I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay show. If I had to give it a score, like I have to go back and look again, but I'm probably gonna give it like a 6, maybe. You know, like maybe. I don't think it was an incredible show. Like I said, mainly because there were no actual new game announcements. 5 or 6 out of 10. Not that it's a bad show. I know like 5 would be like an F. You know, but like in this scale, I'd probably say like 5 is like mid-ish or okay. 5 to 6, but yeah, there was no new first party Sony game announcements. Once again, having another look at Wolverine was fantastic. Having a big look at Saros was also great. Getting release dates or release windows for those were good. That's what, you know, those were good. You know, but the rest of the games in there were like stuff that's like Twitch streamer games or stuff that I'm probably not gonna play. There were some cool indie looking games, like indie games and stuff in there that didn't look bad at all, that I thought looked okay. But yeah, like I said, I mean, if they would have just announced maybe like 1 or 2 more first party games, I think it would have been like a 7 or 8, you know? But there were literally 0 new for, unless I'm wrong. Somebody in the chat tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, they're announcing controllers and they're announcing, you know, they're announcing controllers and they're announcing like speaker systems and stuff. I mean, that doesn't get me, you know, that doesn't that doesn't get me excited for controllers and speaker systems when I know that they're going to be really pricey too for those controllers and speaker systems. So yeah. Not sure about, I think Wolverine looks okay. That looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks like it's going to be like a very much a Sony first party, you know, Last of Us style Wolverine, you know, like grounded, really close behind the back, you know, of course, or like, you know, where it kind of gets into like those set pieces. It looks like it's going to have all of that in there. So expect that type of Wolverine game, which isn't bad. I don't think it's going to be a bad game. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Saros is going to be good. So they got a big game at the beginning and end of the year. I think they'll probably have another game or two. But like I said, I think Sony's going to get back to having at least 2 or 3 big Sony internally developed first-party games going forward. Like, you know, so next year and then the year after, they're going to actually have big, you know, single-player focused games that you can get excited about, because those are 2 games that I know I'm probably going to buy day one. I have not said that about PlayStation, like from an internal Sony studios. I have not said I'm going to buy 2 games, although I did buy Helldivers 2, but like that was a mistake. I should have never bought Helldivers 2. I tried to turn it into a Twitch streamer game and I failed miserably at that. I failed. That was not a game that I felt like playing at all. So that was a mistake on my end. But there hasn't really been anything that I've been like super excited about. And it was also a little bit of an impulse buy at $40, but this is the first time that I can probably say, like, for real, like Sony's internal studios, like I'm excited to buy day one $70 full price games, you know, like 2 in 1 year. 2 in 1. I haven't said that in a while. Last time was probably 2021 with Ratchet and Clank and Returnal. I did regret that, but at the same time, it was like, whatever, you know? I'm not into Spider-Man like that. So I didn't want to get Spider-Man. So yeah. Wolverine, Code Vein, and Metroidvania book game C- is the best of the years. Yeah, I mean, it was cool, but I mean, we already saw, like I said, Code Vein. And you know, I didn't like the first one, but yeah, I mean, it was cool, but we already saw it. I mean, this is the second time they showed it, which is fine. Nothing wrong with showing games again, obviously direct show games again too, but there just wasn't enough new announcements. Like there was barely any, there was a lot of stuff that was already shown, or there wasn't a lot of brand new game announcements. You know, for me at least. There wasn't enough. Even if they were like AA, I would have hoped that Sony would have said, okay, let's get a couple AA games going. You know, let's get a couple, you know, AA. I mean, if that God of War, I thought for a second that God of War, that 2D God of War Metroidvania, I maybe thought that rumor might have been true when they showed off that controller, but that didn't happen. Not like I was expecting that or anything, but, you know. So, yeah. State of Play wasn't bad. There were a few games I look forward to. I have a feeling Gran Turismo would be there. Oh, okay. Agree my expectations for these are the floor though. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm like already grading on a curve. If Nintendo had a show like this, I'd give it a 1 out of 10. You know, like let's say they had a show and it was just like, oh, here's another look at like, and once again, it's not like they don't have other, like, this was like their show for the rest of the year, right? So it's not like Sony's gonna have like another show for like the rest. This is it. They're not gonna have another show. So yeah, I'd give it like a 1 out of 10. Like if they just show, like, let's just say they showed Metroid Prime 4 again, and then they showed like another game like again like one more time. It's like I need a couple new different announcements from like your biggest show of the year, you know. So, let's see here. Yeah, Nintendo Direct. How many exclusive games were shown? Switch 2 has no games. They showed literally more than double the amount of games when it comes to first party. That when it comes to first party that Sony showed, they showed double, like, and I'm not capping, like they showed double the amount, more than double.
I'll probably play Wolverine when it comes to PC one day. It looks cool, and I like the Spider-Man games.
Yeah. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know it's sarcasm. I'm just saying, like, that's why I was laughing. I know it's sarcasm. Though. I'm aware. I'm just saying, yeah, they showed double. Oh man, yeah, I think, yeah, like, not to compare too much, but yeah, the Nintendo Direct, they showed the Pokopia, that was a new announcement. They showed the new Yoshi game. They showed the new Mario Tennis game. They showed the new Fire Emblem games. That's 4. I might be missing one, but that was 4 brand new game announcements that they showed. But yeah, that was double the amount when it comes to that. But I mean, like I said, Sony's a whole different thing for them. You know, they've got more third-party support. They're obviously doing things a bit differently there when it comes down to that. So, yeah. So it's one of those things, you know? One of those things. Let's see. You're confusing Showcase with State of Play. I'm not confusing the two. I know the difference between them, but Sony actually hasn't had a PlayStation Showcase in like forever. You know, so it's like, when was the last time that they had big PlayStation showcases? They're never even consistent with their own. So I can't sit here and grade it on like, oh, a showcase versus a State of Play. Well, when was the last time that they had a showcase? Like, when was the last PlayStation showcase? Let's check. They Thank you, Scott Wolford. Thank you for the 32 months. Give me Wolverine, pal, and keep up the great sarcasm. Odie looks great as well. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Odie, but yeah, it's all good. You know. Shout out to Scott. Thank you for the 32 months. PlayStation Showcase. When was the last PlayStation Showcase? I don't remember the last PlayStation Showcase. Does anybody know in the chat when was the last one that we had a PlayStation Showcase? 2022? 2020 PlayStation Showcase 2023? Yeah, I think it was 2023. I think it was 2 years ago. So, I mean, like, do we have one in 2024? PlayStation Showcase. Yeah, I don't think we had a PlayStation Showcase in 20. I don't think we had one last year. Yeah, so it's like I can't confuse. Like, I'm not confusing a PlayStation Showcase because once again they're inconsistent. They the last one that we had was 2 years ago. So I'm gonna just grade it on what they present. Like if all they present is state of play, then that's their biggest show for the year is the state of play because we don't know when PlayStation Showcases are happening. You know. So I get what you're saying, but like in order for me to grade it on that scale and say, okay, well something else is coming, then I'd have to have like I'd have to know that, okay, I know for a fact that PlayStation Showcases are gonna come, right? Like so for like me, whenever people are saying, oh man, that was a terrible, that was a terrible Nintendo partner showcase, it's like, yeah, we know that it was. Like we know it's partner showcase. Like we know those are the small ones. Or it's, oh, that's like an indie world. Yeah, we know that the big ones are coming. And Nintendo's consistent for the last decade, like literally a decade. We have had consistent Nintendo Directs, like actual Nintendo Directs, you know. So that's the reason why I can like say, okay, well, if the PlayStation, like if the Nintendo Direct partner showcase wasn't that great, I'm like, okay, well, I know that there's gonna be a, there's going to be a fall big Nintendo Direct coming. I know because Nintendo's so consistent, you know. So that's the reason why. Let's see here. Next one, Sakurai's Goat's second Air Riders Direct, baby. Yeah, another one. Let's see. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long. That showcase was mid, 5 out of 10 at best. Yeah, I mean, I'm more inclined to give it like a 5 or a 10, 5 or a 6. Because the last Nintendo Direct was a 7 out of 10. You guys are reaching. I mean, if the last Nintendo Direct was a 7 out of 10, then this showcase was like, or then this state of play was like a 4. Because once again, like I said, they announced 0 new PlayStation first-party games. Like. They announced 0. Nintendo announced 4 new first-party games. Now, whether you like those or not is whatever, right? We don't know if any of these games are going to be good or not. And we can judge it on graphics, or you can judge it on whatever you want to. But if you're just talking about like overall announcements, sure. I mean, 7 out of 10 is not a bad score for the Nintendo Direct. Like, it's not a bad score at all. I don't think that's like a unfair score. But they did show literally like there was no new first-party announcements at this show. Like 0 new first-party announcements. So just keep that in mind. Rip Pokotopia. Pal Farm takes the crown. Yeah, right. Just like people are still playing Pal World, right? Just like people are still playing Pal World. Like with it's like what 20,000 people playing or something like that. People just forgot about that game. The only reason why people even talk about Pal World or anything like that is because of the lawsuits and stuff. So everybody that I know that played that game doesn't even like it. Like all the content creators that talked about it, they don't even play it. They just hyped it up because Nintendo. because they don't even like that game. So yeah. Let's see. This state of play felt like a 4 out of 10 for you. This is probably a 5 or 6. Yeah. The Direct was at least a 4 off of Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem gets it at least for me because that's a brand new announcement. Now at the next Nintendo Direct, like if they show off Fire Emblem and yeah, we get more information, like it's awesome, that's cool. It gets a little bit less of an impact because we already know about it. But at the same time, it can still be good. Once again, that's why I still give the PlayStation Showcase, like I still give it a good score, like an okay score, like a 5 or 6, you know? But yeah, like we hadn't seen anything on Wolverine. They actually showed us gameplay. I like that they showed us gameplay of Wolverine. They showed us gameplay of Saros. So that's good. Like that's definitely good that we got gameplay of both of those games. But it did take, once again, it did take like what 3-4 years for Wolverine. Or it took like how many years for like 2-3 years for? I don't know how long it took. And Saros, that was not bad because they revealed Saros last year. Or they revealed Saros this year? Was it this year? I think it was this year. They revealed Saros this year. They said, hey, look, we got your gameplay next. So that's not bad at all. But once again, we did already know about it. But if they would have just had like maybe 1 or 2 more like first party new game announcements, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, maybe it'd be a higher score, you know? So why the hate towards Palworld? It's not very good. It's just, I just don't think it's a very good game. I think it's a very incomplete game that people just hype up because they hate Pokemon Company and Nintendo, to be honest. That PC gamers just hype up, but when people play it, they realize that it's an incomplete mess of a game. I played the game for over 30 hours, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's an incomplete mess of a game that's absolutely tedious and boring. But like I said, I think people see it because like the memes and like the culture stuff and like the graphics, or they think the graphics are great. So, but yeah, the game's mediocre. It's not even complete. But yeah, that's fine though. Like if you like it, you like it. That's just my opinion on it. You don't. If you like Palworld, then play the game, enjoy it. Love it. It's all good. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, it's not very good. Yeah, I think it's more of like it's like a symbol. It's like a symbol for people that just like, once again, like hate the fact like the litigious, like, suing, which I didn't want Nintendo to sue, Pocket Pair. I was on record saying I don't think they should. I still don't like it. And I think it's because like the patent stuff and all that. That's the reason why people hype that thing up, or just like, oh, graphics, Pokemon, not good, I think that's what it is. But like I said, if you actually play Pokemon games, I've played both. Palworld is just not good. Like I beat a boss, I just got teleported outside of the arena, and the boss just does the same repetition. Like the AI is brain dead. It just does the same repetition over and over. My pals are brain dead. It's monotonous just trying to collect resources all day. It just takes forever. It's just, there's no game wrapped around it, like I said. And like I beat a boss and they just teleported me out of the dungeon, like it's just not a complete game. It's not a good game. But it's there, and there's some cool aspects to it, like for like an incomplete, Pokemon battle simulator. But to be honest, there's way better games. Digimon Story Time Stranger, I played the demo. That blows Palworld into, nobody's hyping up that game. Where's all the hype for that game at? Where are all the same PC people that were, I better see this game, Digimon Story Time Stranger, sell like 30 million copies, or like they did on PC for Palworld, or 20 million. Let's see you get all that hype behind that, because that game's actually a complete game. Like that game's actually really good and can rival Pokemon, if not be better than Pokemon. I'll give it up for that. But like, people are, like I said, we'll see about Palworld, because it's coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I better see the same amount of sales. I better see the same amount of hype, because Digimon Story blows Palworld into oblivion. It is significantly better than Palworld. And I'm getting a little fired up, but it really is like way better than Palworld. So I better see all these PC people that purchase Palworld be just as excited for Digimon Story and buy the game. I better see 20 million in sales. I better see all that. Otherwise, I know it's just more of a I hate Pokemon movement or something like that. It wasn't real. I better see it. Keep the same, exactly. Keep the same energy. That's all I'm looking for. Because Digimon Story has great graphics, has great gameplay, has great music, has an actual story. It's called Digimon Story. It's got an actual story. It's got complete mechanics. It's got real gameplay. It's got real characters. It's got real dialogue. It's not just some empty open world where you're just sitting here shooting fake Pokemon, ripping off other. It's actually like a real game, So let's see you guys buy all that, right? Let's see. We'll find out very soon. We'll find out very, very, very soon about these people, because I think it's fake. I think it's fake. So yeah. I live in Greece. I pre-ordered Hades 2 on Switch 2 at 12:57 at night. I try to access it and it doesn't let me yet. You know why? It's probably because you need to access it at the earliest would probably be West Coast time, my time. So that's going to be in about 6 hours. You'll be able to access it. Okay, give it about 6 hours, VCAS, and you'll be able to get you'll be able to get it. Maybe it might even be earlier than that. That Wolverine game looked nice. Saros game looked good. Release dates, lots of release dates. Overall, not a bad state of play. 6 out of 10. Okay. Justin with the $3 dono.
I agree Digimon is way better than Pal World, but as someone who tried the online in Cyber Sleuth and Pokemon, there's no competition. Lol.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Pokemon still has a monopoly on online play. You know, when it comes to that, like Pokemon is still the GOAT when it comes to online play with monster battler games. Like that's not a question for sure. You know. Hades 2 physical release is delayed. It's not delayed, it just comes out November 20th. They never delayed it. That was the initial release date for the game, like for the physical. Let's see, Power World always came off to me like an E-Bombs World parody. Anyone who remembers that? I do remember E-Bombs World, yeah. Digimon will be DOA, LOL. No Switch announcement. I don't think it's going to be DOA. I think it's going to do okay, but I think the Switch 2 announcement will help push it further. I'll probably pick it up. I'll probably pick up Digimon. Like, let me just play a little bit more of the demo, but like right now I'm just like swimming in games. Like I'm like jam-packed, like full of games. Like it's honestly, it's like overwhelming right now. Like, and I've got work. And I've got a ton of work. I've got a ton of editing to do. You know, like YouTube is stupid. Like YouTube is jacking all the views. Like subscribers are going. Like it's just, there's so much work to do on this on my channel. Like I got to get my shorts going. You know, like oh my gosh, like I'm just slammed with work. I barely have any time to play games as it is. You know, so yeah, that's the problem that I have right now. I don't have enough time in the day. I need to take care of my son. I need to stream. I need to work. You know, here I got to stream with you guys as well. So it's like, man, there's just not enough time in the day, bro. There's just not enough time in the day to play all this stuff. That's why I got to pick and choose what I want to play very carefully. You know. Hear that Metroid Prime 4 has a $100 million budget. Do you think that is true? I heard the rumor of that. I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, if you look at the biggest budgets of games, guys, it's not necessarily based off of the game's graphics or all that. It's based off of how long the game takes to make and how many developers you have on the game. So human resources is always going to be the highest cost of a game. So Metroid Prime Retro Studios is pretty big. They have like what 100 something people. So I mean, if you times that by like, let's just say the average salary of 80,000, 90,000 a year, and then you times that by 6 years, or you times that by however many years when it was with Bandai Namco, right, and all that, yeah, like we're looking at a 6, 7 year, 8 year development cycle between being scrapped then being started back up. Yeah, it can probably get into the 100 million range once again because you're paying for people's time. You know, it's not like you're paying for like the graphics. You're paying for people's time, and Nintendo pays their employees well. You know, they pay them well. So, yeah. So that's the reason why. If it is $100 million, that's the reason why, because the development just took so long. Not because the game has like, oh my god, the graphics are so good, or like, oh my gosh, there's so much content in the game that it's going to be 1,000 hours long. It's because the game was just in development for so long, and they have a lot of employees and they pay well. Now, if you pay a lot less, then the development will be less. But Nintendo pays really good. Retro Studios developers are paid well. So there you go. So shouts to Justin with the $1 donut says, also, I hate talking about Pokemon, even though I love it, because people get so annoying on both sides about it. Yeah, they do. I agree. Mario Kart World finally lets me join my friend in Knockout Tour. Reminds me of how fun that mode actually is. Yes, that's a good update. No way anyone has enough time for all this stuff, yet people will be complaining there aren't enough games. Yeah, I don't even know how people complain that there are not enough games, I don't even know how people do that. I know you're getting paid. Still appreciate you taking the time to stream Player Essence. Yeah, I mean, yeah, shout outs, Lenny. I mean, this is my job, man. Like I said, even if I didn't get paid, I'd still be doing this. I'd be doing it for fun. Because I did it for fun. There was years that I didn't get paid a single dime from streaming. Like when Google first started, they started Google Hangouts. Like nobody got paid for any of that, and I did that for years. I did that from 2014, 2013, and I did that 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. I think it wasn't until like 2016 I might have made a little bit, but like 2017. So I mean, I think I streamed for like 4 or 5 years. I didn't care whether I was getting paid or not. It didn't matter at the end of the day. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. It is my job. It's part of it, but it's also fun. I wouldn't be streaming as much if I didn't find fun in it. I'd go find a editing job. Like I mean, I could honestly, if I didn't find this very fun, if I didn't find it entertaining or fun to do, regardless of how much I'm getting paid. Like, I can find a job if I really wanted to, guys. I can go find $160,000, $150,000 editing job right now if I really wanted to. Like I can get one in town. I can edit for one of the local stations, and they pay really well here. They pay really well where I'm at because I can be a senior editor and I know how to edit. I know how to use all their properties. Heck, I've even had some of them hit me up to say, hey OJ, I mean, like you wanna work for us and all that, because I've had some friends that work there. I'm like, the pay's good, you know, got benefits and all that, and I haven't left. So I've even accepted less doing my thing here than working for like a company, like a bigger company, because I really enjoy this. Now, maybe later in life when I'm older, will I take that job? Yeah, like when I'm like 50 or 60 something or something like that, maybe I'll take that job and ride out into the sunset and do this every now, like do this like, you know, stream like once or twice a week. But for right now, I love doing what I'm doing, man. It's super fun, and I appreciate you guys supporting the stream. I really do. Like I said, it makes the decision easier not to go get like another like an editing job on the side, you know. so yeah. Because like I said, I can edit for like news stations. I can do editing for like, you know, commercials. Which I do a little bit of that. I do have some contracted work that I do, but I do a lot less, because in order to do contracted work, like you got to dedicate like days, because like they want everything exactly, man. Like they want explosions, they want this. Like if you're editing a commercial, I've edited one commercial and that took me 2 weeks. 6-7 hours almost a day. I was working double time. I did it when I was still doing this, what I'm doing, right? And I'd be working 14-15 hours per day. I'd be doing my streaming, doing my videos, you know, taking 6-7 hours, and then I'd be editing 7-8 hours just to get it on the deadline, because I was editing a commercial for a local place here. And oh my gosh, every time that I sent it in, they said, no, this is wrong. Revise that, revise this, revise that. Oh my God, bro. I spent hours sometimes on one little, like 2 seconds, like a little clip of editing this little thing. Like it's crazy. I mean, it pays well, it's good, but it's not like, I don't want to be under that pressure with the deadlines, you know, like to do that all the time. Like I don't want to be under the pressure to do that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but I've done it before. Like I said, I got professional grade editing equipment. I can do it, but I don't like that. It's stressful, you know. It's very, like, I'd rather chill and talk to you guys, like I said, and get paid less, but at least I'm like having some fun, you know. At least I'm having some fun. So yeah. Let's see here. Same people who complain that there's not enough games. Same people who say Silent Hill with the fog removed mod. Fog remove. I did see that mod. Fog remove mod. I did see that. So, let's see. Your story's top tier. Actually, they deep. Okay, you're talking about something else. I didn't see that, Strauss. Shout outs. Appreciate you though, Letty. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Shout outs though. I hope this was, I mean, what is the internet saying about this state of play? Let's see what the internet, I think everyone's probably happy on PlayStation side of things because they showed Wolverine and Saros. I think that probably was enough for most PlayStation fans to actually get some big Sony first party games, you know. So I think most people probably thought it was solid. It was pretty good. So yeah. Yo, shout outs to Massive Rican with the Zhao Zhao.
The highlight of State of Play was that wispy-haired co-host. He'll be full-on shaved at the showcase. Trust tears of joy.
Yeah, he needs to. I mean, like, I get why he does. Like, listen, as somebody who has their hair thinning too, like, I get why you want to hang on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get why you want to hang on to whatever you got. But when it's to the point where you look like Doug Funny, where you literally look like Doug Funny from the front, like, you know how Doug Funny had like single strand hairs, like 5 hairs in the front? When you look like Doug, it's just time to just say, you know what? You know, just shave it off. And he's tall. Like, here's what I don't understand. Tall white guys that want to hang on to their hair. Now, if you're short, I get it. But if you're a tall dude, tall anybody, I don't understand why tall guys want to hang on to their hair. Bro, just shave your hair and lift a few weights. That's all you got to do. You don't even got to be like thin in the stomach. You can just lift a few weights and you can just shave your head and grow a beard. That's all you got to do and you're fine. You know, I don't understand why tall guys think that they need to hold on to their hair. Stop being so self-conscious. You're freaking tall. Just go lift a few weights, shave your head, grow a beard, and now you're Kratos. You know? Like, when I finally lose my hair, I'm not super tall. I'm just average height. But I got a beard, so at least I got a beard. And I lift. So at least I mean, hey, look, I lift. I got a beard. Maybe I'm missing my hair. But at least I lift and got a beard, right? So it's like, I don't understand what these tall dudes are doing. Just cut it off. Yeah, just shave it and get a hat, or exactly, hat or beanie. You can pull the beanie look. You know, you can pull the dad hat. You know, you can pull the fedora. You can just have the beard. Just go with the beard. You know. 7 out of 10 better than Nintendo Direct. Yeah, I don't know if it was better than Nintendo Direct. There were no new actual game announcements. If they actually had a few new game announcements, I might say that it was. But there were actually no new first party game announcements. So I wouldn't say it was better than the Direct. But if you like the games more, that's fine too. You know, that's also fine. So yeah. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, Wolverine looks good though. Wolverine looks good. So yeah, it's all good though, man. Yeah, most people are just saying Wolverine looked good, Saros looked good. That was that, you know. So pretty much people were just saying it was a good showcase. Wolverine looks great. Everyone's saying show barely saved by Wolverine. I was gonna go off if they didn't show it. Yeah, pretty much everyone's just saying show was good because of Wolverine. That's what everyone's saying. Show was good because of Wolverine, or you know. So yeah. Let's see here. They're in denial about their hair. I'm pretty tall and I went bald years ago. Absolutely don't get why so many guys get weird about their hair. Yeah, because a lot of women like guys with a full head of hair. That's the reason why they get self-conscious about it. I mean, listen, I want to keep what I got too. So it's not. I'm not even trying to be a hypocrite right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get why people get self-conscious about it. You want to keep your hair. You think you look better with your hair. Most guys think that they look better with their hair, you know, but once again, it can be different factors, right? Being tall, you know what I'm saying? Being good looking. I mean, if you're like, some people, you know, maybe not the best looking. If you're tall and ugly, you ain't got no girlfriend, you ain't got a wife, and you're bald, like, you know, that's rough. That's why you got to hit the gym. Like if you're not the best looking, and if you don't got any hair, that's why you got to hit the gym, you know? That's all it takes to satisfy Sony fans? Yes, that's all it takes to satisfy a lot of people. Yes, it's just show me some games. Show me some actual games, you know? So yeah. So, but absolutely. Absolutely, man. There's also Microsoft Flight Simulator. There was also that too, so people maybe were excited about that. But like I said, I'll tell you, man, it's hard to get first-party games going. Like I said, there were 0 new first-party games at this event. Nothing wrong with being excited for Saros and Wolverine. Absolutely, nothing wrong with that at all. I'm excited for both of those games. I think they look great. I'm just saying, like, I'm grading it objectively as a show. As a show, when it comes down to it, I'd like to see new announcements. Like, I'd like to see actual new announcements for first party games from Sony. There were 0. But like I said, unless I forgot something. So once again, that's it. Not that it's bad. You can get excited for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, overall as a show, I gotta see some new announcements too. You know, like, in order for me to get it like a better score, like, I gotta see, oh wow, that's a brand new game from a first party that we haven't seen before. Great, you know. So that's all. Let's see here. I kind of have to have I have the kind of hair women wish that they had. Even with the odd gray strand. I mean, well, yeah, you can just dye that. If we aren't getting that many games, does that mean devs are actually taking their time instead of rushing stuff out? I mean, we get a lot of games. More games come out now than ever before. So Let's see here. Show me some games announced already, but no new ones. Well, yeah. Once again, that's why I think the show was like a 5 or a 6. You know, more so than like a 7, 8, or 9 or 10. Now, if they showed us maybe like a really cool PlayStation first party game, like another one that we haven't known about before, then okay. Like I already forgot all the other games in that showcase. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there was something. I mean, there was some cool announcements. But I think, there was Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was not bad. But once again, that's an old game. We knew about that. That was coming. It's already out. So, like I said, yeah, I would have just like I said, maybe even just like one actual new Sony first party game that we haven't seen before. I think that would have been nice. Even like a AA game, like a Sly Cooper, a Ratchet and Clank, or something, you know, or like a Jack and Daxter or something like that from a different studio. I mean, just like one little something like that. I think that would have been good. Like one little AA game, you know, here or there, right? So that would have been nice, but you know, whatever. I think, yeah, Neo 3 was already announced. Neo 3, and it looked great. I think Neo 3 is awesome. They didn't show too much, like, I don't know if they showed too much gameplay. It just seemed like a lot of cutscenes. But yeah, Neo 3 is cool. It's coming. You know, I think that's Koei Tecmo. But Sony might be publishing that. But yeah, I mean, we didn't, like I said, Sony internal studio developed new game, something like that, or something that they own, like the IP that they own, you know. But yeah, it's all good. Like I said, it wasn't, I think it was an okay show. And once again, we finally got gameplay on Wolverine. That's going to be great. We finally got gameplay on Saros. That's going to be great. So, yeah. What are my thoughts on Borderlands 4 delay for the Switch 2? I don't have any real thoughts. Like, if it needs more time, then it needs more time. You know, so I've lived for decades and I've seen a bazillion games get delayed. So a delay for a game is nothing new, nor is it surprising or shocking. I'm good looking and I have a full head. OD. Hey yo, let's go, J2. But you got no girlfriend though. So what's going on there, buddy? Not trying to brag, I'm just being honest. Full head of hair, that's good. But you got no girlfriend though, so you got to work on that, right? You got to work on that. So what you up to, fam? What you up to? I know you're good looking, and I know you got a full head of hair, J2, but, you know, no girlfriend, though, right? The Blue Point game isn't canceled. To be honest, it is peaceful being single. That is true. It is peaceful being single. It is peaceful. So, you do have a lot of peace being single. I will agree with that. Before I got married, man. Oh my God, I'm way cheaper. Before I got married, man, I was just dating. Bro, this was me every night. This is me every night, just like that. And then weekends, I'll do whatever. So it was great. It was fun. But yeah, I'm old now. That life is over. You got to move on from that. You know, you got to move on from that. You can't do that forever. At some point, you got to have a legacy. You know. So, yeah. Let's see here. Dango, J shots fired on J2. Oh, I was just messing around with him because I know. I mean, the reason why J2 doesn't have a girlfriend is because I showed the problem is that every single possible girl in his area that was interested saw his 3DS. And when they saw his 3DS full of crusty Ritz crackers, kibbles and bits, bacon bits, and anything that's also called bits in there, a lot of them were just scared off. But that's over with. He cleaned his 3DS. He's back in the game. His Switch 2 is much cleaner than his Nintendo 3DS ever was. So his Switch 2 is goated. It's clean. It's a clean Switch 2. He doesn't got all those bits on there like that, like he had with that 3DS. But man, that 3DS, bro, that 3DS was, he said, don't mind the dirty 3DS. I said, no, I'm going to mind. He said, on Twitter, he said, don't mind my 3DS. I said, no, I'm actually going to mind your 3DS. Why is this so crusty, JT? I'm actually going to do the exact opposite, actually. Oh my gosh, man. Like, yeah, we gotta say something. I'm making moves, though. Hey, I know you're making moves, J2. I know you're making moves. But just be careful. Pick the J2, let me give you some advice, man. Pick the right one, fam. That disrespectful-ish, that gaslighting-ish, don't stand for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stand for it. Like, disrespect, playing on the phone if they go out on a date, all this nonsense that I be seeing a lot of younger women do or a lot of women do, don't stand for it, man. You just, like, the minute you see that type of disrespect, leave. Just say, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stand for no disrespect. Let me just tell you that right now. Because then what's going to happen is that you're going to get caught up. And then you're going to get too deep in with somebody. And they're going to think that they can just talk to you any type of way or treat you any type of way. You know? So just be aware. That's my one advice for people in the dating market. Like, if you're, maybe you got a long-time girlfriend or you got a boyfriend or whatever, don't stand for that disrespect stuff, you know? Cheaper to pay him up front. Yeah, what? Whoa, not everybody's gonna play that way though. Let's 128-bit 3DS. No one call it quits, but don't become one of those red pill deuces in retaliation. Yeah, I'm not saying be a red pill deuce. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't stand for the type of disrespect that you see a lot of people, go through today. Shout outs to Massive Rican though. Thank you for the $10 dono, man. Combo bricks. We out here. A lot of people out here that think they can just talk to people however they want, you know? However they want, whenever they want, do whatever, you know? So if you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence plays by itself. More than happy to answer all of your beautiful, awesome, elite ninja questions. I will be taking tomorrow off, so just keep that in mind, guys. So I will be taking tomorrow off just so I can kind of recover a little bit from that situation that we had from all like the amount of editing that I've done today. I've done so much editing today. It's been nuts. I had a Final Fantasy video that I wanted to put up. I might finish editing that video before I do anything else. So yeah. Okay, yeah, what's it called? Oh my gosh, my mouse is tripping. Hold on. Yeah, my mouse is tripping. I can't even move my thing here, but that's okay. Whatever, I'll just do this. That red pill stuff is super toxic, man. It's super toxic. No bacon bits, please. Oh, let's go. What's up, Squirrel? Hey, no problem, Sly Crow. Thanks for coming out to the stream, fam. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Bro, J2 neglecting his 3DS like I'm wounded. Like that, I'm wounded. Bro, sometimes that's what happens, man. That's what happens. Sometimes the 3DS gets neglected. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, sometimes it's there. Sometimes it's not. You know, that's just what happens, bro. Watch Genki give this show a 9.5 out of 10. Even though there's like nothing that he actually likes, or not a lot of stuff that he's actually excited about. Oh man, yeah. Shout outs to Genki though. He's cool. He's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad person. Everyone's allowed to have. I mean, people would say the same thing about me too when it comes down to. So the same type of opinions they have with Sony when it comes to Genki, people have those opinions with me. So I know how it is being on that side, just being a fan and people being upset that you like something, even if it was good. You know, even if it was good. So. But yeah, Genki's he seems like a cool dude. There's a girl who went on a date with this dude. She told him she's a mother of 9 kids, brought her kids to the date, and wanted him to pay for said dinner. That's a ishy level of disrespect. Yeah, that's just like a joke. That's like a joke. There ain't no way that a girl would bring her kids to a date like that and then expect that man to pay for the 9 kids. Like 9 kids, she's trolling. She's just trolling. She's not being serious. Like, let me tell you something right now. If you got 9 kids, nobody's ever gonna, I mean, somebody might marry you again, but I mean, like, good luck. Good luck on the quality of person that's gonna be, you know, because I don't ever see that being a thing. Like, I've never seen anybody have 9 kids. Like, anybody first of all, I don't know anybody with 9 kids, but like, if I did, like, it's hard enough for single mothers of like 1 or 2 or 3, depending on like what demographics you're talking about to get somebody to commit. Imagine 9. Nah, I ain't paying for 9 kids. That's crazy. Let's see here. Facts. Girls like hair. It's partially why some bald hit the weights. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm hitting the weights too, man. Just in case my hair just decides to go. The rest of it decides to go out. I'm gonna hit the weights, bro. You know, I'm gonna hit the weights. I've been hitting the weights though forever, for a long time though. So. Red pill not toxic unless she is. Red pill not toxic unless she is. Red pill can be toxic. The way that they talk about things can be very toxic. The gameplay of Saros looked pretty good. However, I see myself dying a lot in that game, just like Silksong. Yes, it's a roguelite game. So it's like a Souls roguelite type of thing. So yeah, you're gonna die a lot. So yeah. Oh, I think this is why it's messing up here. Hold up. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's why it messed up. I was doing that. Yeah, I fixed my what's it called? My keyboard. I was messing up. I think I got bumps and dents on my head, so I'm trying to keep hair as long as I can. You said that before. You got bumps and dents on your head. Like, yeah, maybe you do. Everybody's head is not perfectly shaped. I got like a slope on my head where it's like a roller coaster. It's like a not that bad, but it's like a kind of like that. So, and I think that like I forgot which side. I think this side of my head is like. There's like a long, it's like more out, like it's like this, whereas this side of my head is more flat, but this side of my head is more rounded, you know? So it's like, yeah, I think that's true. Look, see? Yeah, this side's more rounded. So nobody's head shape is perfect, you know? Except for my mom. My mom has like a perfect peanut head. Like I always used to tell her, like, cause like my mom had like long hair, and then like she just got tired of taking care of her hair, so she shaved it. I used to always say, Mom, you got a peanut head. She got like a perfectly round, like perfectly like size like peanut head. So, let's see here. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I don't think I have the most round head shape. But then again, I think. But okay, so first of all, Psychopie, how tall are you? How tall are you, Psychopie? Honestly. Can't wait for Hades 2. I need to break from crystal hunting. I'll need one more blade to complete the collection. Okay, and Xenoblade 2. Okay, Justin, tell me more about Mario Kart World. Honestly, what's going on? Like, no cap on this one, Justin. Like, what's going on with the game? Is it good? 5.6 for you? 5.6? Yeah, keep your hair, Psychopath. Because, like, if you're, like, average height or lower than average height and you got no hair, you look even shorter than what you actually are. So you got to have some hair to at least even things out a bit. Yeah. Keep your hair, fam, as long as you can. Because, I mean, women will take a lot of women will take a guy being short. Like, some women won't, but, like, if you've got, like, a nice head of hair, you got an okay job, you know, they'll let it slide that you're not super tall, you know? Or that you're not, like, lifting a lot or anything like that. So yeah. But listen, man, 5'6", I hear people complain about 5'6". At least you're not like 5'2" or 5'3", you know? I know some guys that are that short, and I'm telling you, man, they in a personal hell. And I try to tell them not to be, but it's almost impossible to not, because sometimes people be looking, not actually looking down, but you guys know what I'm saying, like on guys that are short, and I don't understand why. There's no point, you know? Lead asides! Lead asides! Lead asides! Lead asides! Oh, bro, we gotta watch that scene again, bro. That's the funniest scene ever. Oh my gosh, bro. This is the funniest scene of all time. Y'all ain't seen this for those who want to know like the behind the inside joke. Like, yo, you guys gotta watch this.
Have a Beebs haircut, Tebow?
You do?
No, man, are you kidding me? No, dude,
That
the
is
Beebs
Beebs
haircut goes over here somewhere.
No, that's Beebs for days. You know he's going to change it every 2 weeks. That's hardcore.
My
Beebs.
haircut's like...
you use more product than him, though.
Oh,
Hey, when you
I use more product than anybody.
When you and Tim go get your hair done, what y'all tell them? Like to the left or the right?
No, I tell him go number 2 all the way up to a fade and just give me a faux hog, man. It's a faux hog, bro.
Number 2.
Hey, Paul, what do you tell him?
I mean, I'm just thinking.
Hey,
it's just a little off the side. Just a little bit off the side.
I always tell him, I said, leave a little bit on the top.
Oh, I love you, Paul Feinbaum.
Lead the sides! Oh my god, bro. That is like the funniest clip I've ever seen on like a
You
football.
ever have a beef?
They said lead the sides. He said, lead the sides. Lead the sides. Oh my god, bro. Lead the sides. That was the funny. That clip and like the whole what was that one clip? Oh my god, that one clip with what was that? What was that one clip? Yeah, there we go. This one clip. This one was so funny. Oh my gosh, yo, this clip is hilarious. If you wait, hold on. If you guys haven't seen this clip, it's like the same like college game day, like the same thing. Oh my gosh, it was like a few years ago, or a couple of years ago.
Jalen Milroe often wears his own branded apparel reading LANK across the front. It's an acronym that stands for Let a Naysayer Know. Being told by his former offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien.
That is not what I thought.
Is that not what you thought?
Boy, let a naysayer know.
Let a naysayer know.
The professional's right in the middle of his lead.
That's all right. I just keep going.
You almost lost me. It got real tight up here as you were.
Reese, you were too smooth with that. I thought it was going down.
Let a naysayer know. Let a naysayer know. That's what we thought the whole time. That's what we all thought.
Oh my god, that had me dying, bro. It said let a naysayer know. Oh my gosh, bro. That was one of the funniest ones. Oh, yo, there's one more. This is like the all-time like crash out funniest one. There's one more. Shout outs to Justin with the Dawson's free roam is great now that I see more 3-lap tracks. Finally, I never saw any before. Yo, let's go. Oh my gosh, man. This is the funniest one, dude. This is one of the funniest ones. Oh my god, this one was hilarious. Okay, oh my gosh, you guys gotta hear this. So this was probably the funniest one if you know. If you know. There's a football player named Danny Woodhead, okay, that they're talking about. His name is Danny Woodhead. So let me just give you guys that. This was a while ago. This one's hilarious.
I just think it's so difficult because what you wind up with is you could do what you want with your corners against New England, but you still have Gronkowski and Hernandez to deal with at the tight end position. And don't forget Danny Woodcock out of the backfield. Danny Woodcock.
Yo, look, you don't even, all you see is Deion Sanders' teeth. Look, all you see is darkness. All you see is his teeth, bro. It's just nice. All you just see is some teeth. By the way, yo, these at the time, these men are like 40 and 50 years old, or like in their 40s or early 50s, bro. At the time, these are like 50-year-old men, 40 to 50-year-old men cracking up over him mispronouncing Danny Woodhead's name. Boys will be boys, no matter what. Boys will be boys, bro. These people are these are Hall of Fame NFL players that are older. You know what I'm saying? They are not young kids, and they are sitting here dying laughing over that, man. That's the funniest thing, bro, man. The reactions, the reactions funnier than the mistake, but the fact that he called him that is just like, it's hilarious. It's Danny Woodhead. It's Danny Woodhead. How do you make that mistake? You call him Danny Woodcock. That just had me dying, bro. I remember seeing that. I couldn't stop laughing, man. Yeah, it's Danny Woodhead, the old running back for the New England Patriots. He was really good, little short, really fast white dude, like a 4.3 40. Came out of like Division II. Crazy career. Made a lot of money, you know. Nobody thought that guy. I mean, he's like the un-NFL player. I don't think I've seen a white running back that small in the NFL since Danny Woodhead. Like, I don't think there's been another one. Now, you got big guys. Like, you know, you've seen guys like, you know, Christian McCaffrey's a bigger guy, you know, almost 6 foot. You know, you got Scatabo, that guy that's out of Arizona State. You've had other guys. You'd have Toby Gearhart or Gearhurst or whatever his name was. So you've had other guys, but I've never seen a little like white guy at running back, you know, since Danny Woodhead. Like, that was like the last time that you saw one that actually played, you know. But even like on a roster, I don't think there's any that's on a roster. Usually they're taller, bigger guys, you know. So Danny Woodhead was actually pretty good. He played for the Patriots, and I think he played for the Chargers as well. But yeah, he's actually a pretty good player. But anyway, yeah, man. Back when the NFL was fun to watch, yeah. I mean, I still love watching the NFL. I still love the NFL, but yeah. But yeah, man, it's hilarious, dude. It's so funny. OJ, Marvel's Wolverine was fire. Yes, it was very good. It was very good, very good. Danny Woodhead was about the same height as Dante Hall. I think Woodhead was shorter than Dante. I think Dante Hall was like 5'8", and Danny Woodhead was like 5'6". Let me double check though. Yeah. Okay, no, Danny was 5'8". No, they have him at 5'8". Yeah, sorry. I thought he was like 5'6". No, he's 5'8". Yeah, Dante Hall was about the same height. Dante Hall height. Yeah. I think he was about 5'8". They're both 5'8". Dante Hall greater than Devin Hester? Nah. Devin Hester's the all-time GOAT kickoff returner. It's not even a question. That's not even a question. Devin Hester's the GOAT of all time. So yeah. So I'm here in Baltimore, my Ravens, but man, watching them depressing sometimes. Yeah, Ravens have a tough schedule, man. They've played some pretty good teams. I mean, they played the Bills. They've played. Who else have they played? They played the Bills. They played the Lions already. Then they played like one not so good team. So, and then they got the Chiefs this week. So yeah, no rest for the wicked when it comes to the Ravens. Like that's the thing. The better you are the previous year, the tougher your schedule is the next year. You know, that's just kind of how it works. So, luckily my Niners were trash last year. So therefore their schedule this year is pretty, it's not terrible, but it's one of the easiest schedules in the league. And I think that's one of the reasons why that they're, despite everyone being injured, they're 3-0 somehow. But Jaguars coming up. You got Sunshine and you got Travis Hunter coming to the Bay. So, and Ricky Purcell might not be there. Brock Purdy might play. Bosa's out for the year. It's like injury after injury after injury. You know, it sucks. So yeah. So yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. That 800-yard Hester kickoff return. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Devin Hester couldn't make people miss like Dante Hall. Maybe, but in terms of just overall who did more, Devin Hester did more. Straight first place schedule. Yeah, Niners have a really easy schedule. Like, their schedule's insanely easy. But once again, they might still lose. Like, they still might not make the playoffs or win the division, you know, because they just have so many injuries, and I think that they've been debilitated the last few years losing Super Bowls. Like, that doesn't... Usually the Super Bowl loser doesn't really do that great, you know? So that's the problem. So yeah, like, their schedule, it's, you know, they already beat the Seahawks. That was actually a pretty tough game. Like, first week, going into the 12th man, you know, that stadium, and the Seahawks seemed to be pretty good seemed to be okay. Beating them 17-13, that was actually pretty difficult, so I give them that. Saints, you know, they had to travel to New Orleans, and beat the Saints. I mean, Saints aren't that great, but I mean, still traveling on the road, you know, East Coast or South or whatever. And then the Cardinals at home. Cardinals, you know, Kyler Murray trying to contain him. They were 2-0. So I mean, while their strength of schedule isn't great, it's not like, you know, Seahawks and Cardinals seem to be okay teams. Then they got the Jaguars, and they got the Rams, and they got the Buccaneers. So while their schedule, yeah, it's not like it's the easiest schedule, or it's not like it's the hardest schedule ever. I mean, Jaguars can play. Rams are definitely very good. The Buccaneers are good. Falcons seem like pretenders after getting blown out by the Panthers. So we'll see about that game. That's in San Francisco. The Texans don't seem that good. Giants aren't that good. Then they got the Rams again. Then they got the Cardinals in Arizona. Then they got the Panthers. That's Monday Night Football for the Panthers game. Then they have the Browns. Browns have a good defense. Myles Garrett, you know. Then they have the Titans. Cam Ward. They're not very good, though. Then they have the Colts. Colts are good this year, or Colts could be good this year with Daniel Jones at quarterback. And they got a good offensive line and running back. Then the Bears. Caleb Williams kind of coming through. And then Seahawks again. So while it's a soft schedule in comparison to, like, you know, playing against the Chiefs and the Chargers and the, you know, and the Broncos, or like Chiefs, Chargers, and like these type of teams, and like Ravens and all that, like, yeah, they're not playing those teams, but it's still not going to be, they're not all gimmies. I can tell you that right now. So yeah. Panthers has easier schedules every year, and we're still trash. You know what? At 30, you got a 30-0 win against the Falcons, though. You got to be happy about that. That's a division win. You guys are still in the mix to win the division. It's not over yet, because the Buccaneers could lose, and you get another game. You're one game behind. So they're not, after beating the Falcons 30-0. Remember, division games are super important. Division games are so important. So you guys are still in it, believe it or not. You're still in it. You're not out by any means. If you can get a couple of wins, you get a win or two on the Bucks. You maybe take a couple wins off the Saints. You're right there at the end of the year in the division crown. If you win a couple non-divisional games, win maybe like 2 or 3 of those, and win your division games, right there. Yeah, there's a lot of football left to play. It's hard to even say who's going to be really good and who's not. Like, we don't really truly know. Like, every team, the teams that are usually good and like play well and like jump off hot, they're like 1-2 right now. But we all think the Chiefs are good. We all think the Ravens are good, right? We all know that those teams are good. Yet they're 1-2 and the Niners are 3-0. Does anybody really think that the Niners are better than the Chiefs or the Ravens? I don't think the Niners are better than the Chiefs or the Ravens. But yet the Niners are 3-0 and the Chiefs and the Ravens are not. So that's the thing. Like, we got to wait and see. I think we need to get at least about a good 10 games played, and then we can kind of see exactly how things are shaping out right now with the league. So that is true. I will say this. The Niners, okay, you're talking about the Panthers defense. The Niners defense has been good because they got Saleh back. So getting Saleh back was so important. because Saleh is such a great defensive coordinator, and that's the big difference with the Niners this year is that they're actually playing defense. You know, they're actually playing defense. They've only allowed this year. They only allowed 15 to the Cardinals. They only allowed 13 to the. I mean, that's really good. 15 to the Cardinals, 13 to the Seahawks. Wow. And 21 to the Saints. They shouldn't even allow 21 to the Saints. So I mean, that's some pretty good defense, especially compared to last year. Oh my gosh, last year, bro, they were letting teams win. They were letting teams score all sorts of points. They were letting teams all score like everything. But like last year's schedule was crazy. Last year, they played the Lions. Oh my God, last year was crazy. Last year they played the Lions. They played the Bills. They played the Bucks. They played the Cowboys. They played the Chiefs. They played the Vikings. Oh my gosh, last year's schedule was freaking brutal, dude. It was so brutal. Playing the Vikings, playing the Chiefs, playing against the Bills. God. Playing against the Lions. Oh my goodness. Their out of conference schedule was wild last year. They got beat up in all of those games. They got smacked around in every single one of those games. So they're giving up all sorts of points though, man. Giving up all sorts of points. Like last year they gave up 24 points to the Cardinals last year in the first matchup, which they should have won that game. Then they gave up the second matchup they gave up 47 points to the Cardinals. They gave up 29 points to the Dolphins last year. They gave up 35 points to the Bills. They gave up 38 points to the Packers. They gave up 24 points to the Cowboys. They gave up 24 points to the Seahawks. They haven't given up 24 points in any game this season yet. So they were just giving up points. Their defense last year was trash. They gave up 27 points to the Rams. Gave up 23 to the Vikings. Oh my goodness. Their defense was terrible. I hated that defensive coordinator. Trash last year. Yes, Hades 2 getting great reviews. I actually just did get I just did a video. So if you haven't seen my video yet, check out my video on Hades. If you haven't seen it, I actually did a video talking about the reviews, the review roundup and all that. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. All right, let me show you guys the video. Let me do this. I'm going to copy and paste the link. So, here we go. Check that out, guys. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. Let's see. Hades 2 is the front runner for Game of the Year. Yeah, it's definitely not the front runner for Game of the Year, but it's yeah, if you're going strictly on review score. But in terms of like the real front runner is still Expedition 33. But I think Hades 2 has inserted itself as a potential Game of the Year candidate. I've been enjoying Mario Kart World Update. Been playing way more 3-lap tracks now and worldwide. Not perfect, but a good step in the right direction. Another good step in the right direction. They need to just add the option to always have it. You know, that's what they need to. I don't know why they're not. Maybe because they're still thinking that some people want intermission tracks, so give those people a chance. But yeah, it should just be in every single one, and what people vote for is what people vote for. But I guess some people, like, there might be some people that want them, so it's like, what do, you know? But yeah, at least it's a lot more, Dad. At least it's a lot more than what it used to be. So yeah. Let's see. I said the same thing, but at least it's better than nothing. Yes, and like the update was not bad. Like I'm gonna go back and play the single player campaign now because, or like play like the free roam because now like it actually tracks stuff. Like, you know, so that's good. You know, that's definitely good. That's definitely a good thing. Let's see. It's all about Operation Stop Expedition 33 and its fanboys. I love Expedition 33. So that's probably like my game of the year right now. Like that, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Gotta see about Trails in the Sky though. Trails in the Sky is playing and looking great, you know? So yeah. So yeah. Shoutouts to Stone Cold Cyber Taurus, and says the music that's playing right now is from Sea of Stars. Sounded familiar, wasn't sure. No, that was from Trails in the Sky. That was the battle theme from Trails in the Sky first chapter. So, but it kind of sounds like Sea of Stars, but no, not quite. Yeah, Trails in the Sky. I hope Silksong Hades wins. I think that Expedition 33 is gonna win, but yeah. I think that Expedition 33 is gonna win for sure. So yeah. Let's see here. The Shaw says, know your role, jabroni. The Shaw says, know your role, jabroni, and shut your mouth. Talk about those who play JRPGs until Expedition 33 and speak like authorities on the genre in a toxic way. I knew you loved it, and that's cool. Okay. Yeah, there were some pretty douchey people that literally don't even like JRPGs. Then all of a sudden starting to try to make demands of other JRPGs. Like, they better have a parry system. They better have a I'm looking at you, Persona 6. It's like, oh, Lord have mercy. Shut up. Like, Persona 6 does not need a parry system. You know, like, most games do not need a parry system because most RPGs or JRPGs have a class-based system to where, like, you have, like, a tank, you have, like, a defender, somebody who takes hits, things like that. If you add a parry system on top of that, then it becomes completely busted, you know? Although, yes, Expedition also does have, like, a, you know, you can be like a tank and all that, but it's not set up in the same type of way that that other JRPGs are set up. Like, let's say Xenoblade, for example. You know, it's not set up the same type of way, like an evasive tank that's just like dodging all the moves, right? Or dodging all the attacks. So it's like people were being really stupid. So yeah. This year, why isn't Pokemon a Souls-like? It needs to be a Souls-like. It needs to be. I'm tired of all these other Souls games coming and taking the glory. It needs to be a Souls-like. So yeah, that'd be great. If it was a Souls-like, that'd be so good. It'd be so good. Back to my normal Cyber-Taurus for JoJo Friday. I was too lazy to change it today. No, it's all good. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take tomorrow off, and then we're gonna be back with a big JoJo Friday stream. I might actually stream a game too, though, depending on if I can or not. So yeah. If I can, maybe. Now I'm addicted to the Mario Kart again. There's too many. There are just too many games. That's why I kind of don't even want to play the new update, and I just want to wait for the DLC, just so I don't want to get addicted to it. So I don't play Trails in the Sky, because I know I'm gonna get addicted to that free roam. Because I was actually really addicted to the free roam before. I was like, okay, they're probably gonna update this thing, and I can just wait to try to collect all this crap, you know. So yeah. It's funny that you mentioned Pokemon being a Souls-like, because journalists were complaining about ZA recently saying it's too hard. Yeah, I love the fact that journalists and people are complaining that it's too hard. That's exactly what we need with Pokemon. That's exactly. But I was just joking with the Souls-like thing. Let's see. Not even a big JRPG fan, but Expedition 33 was peak. Expedition 33 is peak. It's so good. It's so good. You beat the game, right, Nick 93? You beat it already? Thoughts on the state of play? I thought it was a solid state of play. I just wish there would have been maybe one or two new game announcements. So just like something that we didn't know about already. But it's great that Wolverine's coming. I think it looks awesome, and obviously Saros looks really good. But there was like no actual new game announcements, like when it comes to Sony's first party. So that's the only thing. That's my only complaint, is that there wasn't any single brand new announcement. But outside of that, it was okay. So I gave it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. Yes, sir, I need to play it again and beat some of the optional bosses. Nice. I pretty much did everything on a single playthrough. I pretty much beat everything So I mean, I don't think I left anything behind. I think now I just got to do New Game Plus, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't have enough time. Expedition 33 isn't even a JRPG, it's a FRPG. French RPG. About Xenoblade Chronicles X, my first Xenoblade, 20 hours in, it's so peak. Yes, it is. But I would definitely say get into the numbered mainline Xenoblade games too, if you can after that, like Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3. Do you have any more Fire Emblem Fortunes Wii videos coming up? I don't have anything that I'm thinking of coming up, but I think I'm going to try to conjure something up, but I haven't thought of anything just yet. I screwed up the rest of the year. Oh well, so many games I'm getting. You just screwed the rest of the year. I know, seriously, there's so many games that are coming out. I think Digimon Stories next year too, right? Like sorry, not next year. Next month, October something for Digimon Story. So there's a lot of games, man. There are like too many games. There are like so many games to the point to where it's like wild overall. So yeah. Do you have any I already read that, my bad. Despite the issues with performance multiplayer quite literally being broken on Switch 2, I'm loving Demon X Machina Titanic Scion. It's actually a phenomenal mecha game. Yeah, I did not buy I did not buy Demon X Machina, and I did not tell people to buy it either. Well, once we got the reviews and we saw the issues with the game, and I don't think it didn't even really spend that much time on the eShop charts. Like, I don't think people are buying it that much. But you know, they made their decision. I can't believe the decision that they made to make it a x86 PlayStation and Xbox game and then just hastily port it to Switch 2. Like, that was the worst decision that they made. But hey, it's their call. Their call. No, but like literally, I didn't see a single one of my Xbox or PlayStation fans or like friends talk about Daemon X Machina. Like, not a single one. Content creator, not a single one. None of them played it. It's just a bunch of Nintendo fans that have PlayStation or have PC that are playing it. Insane. I'll be waiting for the inevitable Metaphor Switch 2 version. You'll beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth by the time it comes out. You will not. Mario Galaxy Collection, Battlefield 6, Pokemon Legends ZA, Zelda, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4 are all on my list. Oh my gosh, that's too many games, bro. Trust me, I know it's very stupid. It could have been brilliant. It really could have been. But no, I feel you, Dash. I'm not here to rain on your parade about the game, dude. Like, if you're enjoying it, you're liking it, then you're liking it. But like, the multiplayer is broken. Like, what the heck, man? Like, come on, you know? Like, come on. It was ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah. Just super silly stuff overall. I'll go over some of the multi-platform things that are going to be happening from that state of play, and then we'll probably call it from there. Let's see here. Yeah, Crimson Desert, that's also coming to Xbox, PC. That Exploration 2D game is just PC and PS5 for right now. Let It Die Inferno, just PS5 for right now. I think, yeah, Code Vein is coming to Xbox Series and PC. Code Vein 2. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition. Remastered. That's also coming to everything. Even the Switch 1. The 7 Deadly Sins game. That's coming to smartphone and PC along with PS5. The Zero Padres. That adds a PS5 version. That launches next year. So yeah, there you go. I think that was the games. Yeah, that was the games from the show, pretty much, most of them. Alright. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Gloria? Welcome to the stream, young lady. We're just about wrapping things up here, though. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that you couldn't get here, or that I couldn't stream for you a bit longer, but we are just about wrapping things up. for today's stream. I'm so sorry. Thank you for coming out, though. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're a busy lady. You know, you got your family and you got, you know, everything, and plus work and all that. So yeah. So there's so much stuff going on, but yeah. I do have a new video though, so if you haven't seen that, if you want to watch some OJ content, you can check out my most recent video. And yes, Damon X Machina was a bait and switch. It was totally a bait and switch. Stupid. But all right, guys, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. There's my most recent video. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I talk about Hades 2 and how that could be game of the year potential overall, about what's big for Hades. So make sure you guys check out that if you have not seen it. So I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Shout out to the 172 going even further beyond. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been incredible today. So, all right, guys, love y'all so much. I am going to relax for a little bit before I edit more later tonight. And I will see you guys back here on Friday for an early stream, JoJo Friday. So it is going to be a bit earlier than usual. Probably like around maybe, 12:45 p.m. PT, or yeah, like I'll probably stream like a bit earlier on that day. So all right, guys, love y'all so much. And we'll see you for the next one. Peace out, homies. Love y'all. Thank you. And thank you for all the support today. Thank you for all the donos. Everybody that dropped support. You guys know. Love y'all so much. Shout outs to Clabby. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Massive Rican, Party Man, everybody that dropped donos, Elite Ninjas, you guys all know who you are. Rena Habag, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, guys. Seriously, I appreciate it. All right, love y'all. Bye.